We are now live. What's going on tonight, my brother? What's
What's
going
good?
on?
What's good? What's good? What's up with y'all? What's up with y'all out there? How y'all doing? How y'all doing?
Episode 16. We
Yeah,
back at
man.
it again. We won't stop.
Yeah, man. I just want to give a little shout out to this little clothing line I got right here. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna
My boy, show it up. So what's the name of that? Forever Up. Y'all see it
yeah,
out there. Forever Up, man.
forever. Yeah, man. We're gonna put that on.
My God, that's my guy right there.
Yeah, man. But what's good with you though, bro? How you doing?
Ain't shit, man. How you been today though, man? How life treating you today, brother?
I'm good, son. I'm just chilling. Can't complain. Nobody gonna listen if you do anyway. So you know the saying how it goes. So,
You already know how that shit go. Nobody listening to no complaining.
yeah. What's up though, man? How everything? How life treating you?
Everything good. You already know how I've been, man. The last couple of days have been off of work. About to get ready to go clock back in tomorrow morning. You know I gotta start my week off on Sunday. You know how that go already. But yeah,
Today was
definitely though. But we can definitely get into it though. We could get into it tonight. See what our viewers at up there. Come on, y'all. Y'all come in there with us, man. We're gonna have a good show tonight. What up, y'all? What's going on, y'all? Let's go. There we go. We got people tuning in. Let's go. Who out there tonight? Let's go, y'all. Come on, we trying to get this thing started off right. Come on, y'all. Get up in here with us.
yeah, just another shout out. Yeah, here we go. That again, that's the clothing brand.
There we go. There we go. Y'all see it
Yeah,
forever
man.
up. I'll let
Yeah,
my boy about that. Y'all forever up.
it's like $100 a shirt though. It ain't cheap. My son quoted it.
Ain't
Yeah,
nothing
my
wrong
shirt.
with that. Ain't nothing wrong with promoting the brand, baby.
Yeah, my
But
shirt.
definitely, let's get into
My
it though.
son
We're gonna go
created
ahead.
this logo. But what's good though, man? What you want to get into tonight? What we gonna start off with?
I got the first one right here. The first topic tonight is about it's really about giving people a second chance and things about changing and see if people really could change. But here we go. They say when people show you who they are, believe them. But do you think people can actually change? And if so, are you open to giving them a second chance?
It depends, because if a person like what I always say, like I fuck with people on the type of time that they on. So if a person show you who they are, so accordingly you're gonna fuck with that person for what the type of time they on. That's what I do. So if you show me you just about the bullshit, I know, all right, I'm gonna fuck with this person when I'm just on the bullshit. Or if I know this nigga a snake, I'm not gonna fuck with him because I don't want to get snaked or backdoored or anything. So it's not even about second chances. It's just fucking with people accordingly. How you want to fuck with them on that time. So me, I don't really give second chances. Like I said, if I give a nigga $100 or $20 to not be your friend no more, I wish I could do that 100 times. I would have been good off in life. Would have been around a bunch of snakes and niggas like that. So I'm just saying. So it's just so second chances. I don't know. I don't give people second chances. I mean, it just depends on the situation. Like I said, if it's not really a second chance if I'm fucking with you on the time you on. So that's kind of how I'm on that one. You know,
So you
but
don't so you don't really think people deserve a second chance though? You don't think people could change
it
in life?
depends on how they. It depends on how bad they fucked you over. Some shit it ain't no coming back from. But yeah, I mean, people could change. A person not the same person that they was at 35 that they was at 25. So yeah, that's true. But they always got them core, what they say, them core traits, them core personality traits, so they always gonna be who they are. That person always gonna be who they are to their core. Maybe they could change, a little bit about the way they treat people or how they go about things or how they dress and shit like that. But they always gonna have that personality core, them traits, going back to the kid movie Inside Out, we got them core traits, them core personality traits, so going back to the Disney movie. So when you say people change, yeah, they change certain things, but I think that's me. We always go off of opinion. I'm just giving my opinion. Don't take my opinion and run with it. Maybe you can relate to it and shit and have your own opinion. But second chances. I mean, personally, if you want to just want me to answer that for the masses and for a mass answer, for a general answer, fuck no, don't give them no second chance. Fuck them. But
They still think I say, for example, someone stole your PS3. Would you let them borrow your PS5?
nah,
Listen,
fuck no,
hell no. If you stole
man.
something from me personally, I don't want to give you a second chance because
But but
it's
but
like
but
stealing
but
is
see, we go back to a situation where something happened. A nigga stole something from you, and you
and
still
you
treated that nigga like family, and
yeah,
he
yeah,
still was.
like that was you know how it went on the block, man. You know how it went on the block, man. We always tried to remain family, but we still had to put hands on it though. We had to put hands and feet on the man for taking our stuff, but we had to come around and forgive him because you know how it is back in the days,
Yeah.
man. That's the block. So
Uh,
you know how we
that's
had
why I
to
said. So I
do it.
say, but you know how to fuck with that person accordingly.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's right. Now you had to watch him every time that this person came around. Like, yo, bro, get him out of here. I'm telling you right now, get this guy. Yo, this guy like to be he's sitting around everybody, and this dude want to be a
A
little
scam artist, man.
and yeah, and that's the worst kind of people. Like that's the worst kind to be a sneak thieving person, man.
I
Like
see this
you,
nigga
you
rob
need
a
something
nigga in front of
to ask
100
for,
niggas.
bro.
And
Yeah,
the
like if you
nigga robbed the nigga in front
for,
of
bro.
100 niggas, and we all cool, just chilling. And I'm looking like, is this really going on? Like, yeah, this is really going on.
I don't
Gun
understand.
butt the nigga and all that, but it's like. So you fuck with niggas like that accordingly because the nigga wasn't gonna rob me. I put that on my dad. Nigga, fuck.
That's crazy though. But truthfully though, but speaking on change though, like if like in this day and age, if someone steal from me, I don't want to forgive them. Like on all seriousness, I don't want to forgive anybody
Yeah.
who's gonna steal from me because we all
Mhm.
grown, bro. If you need something, just ask. Especially if you call yourself a family member, a friend, or something like that. Just ask, bro. You don't have to steal anything. So on those levels of talking about giving someone a second chance, no,
Yeah,
I
so
don't believe
that's
in chance.
one level, and then you
Still,
got the another level. If a nigga backdoor you, like supposed to be your man's, and you get in a fight and the nigga run on you, but you know that nigga been pussy all his life. Do you forgive him or do you just pop the bottle on him or something like that? But you love him too much, so you be like, nigga, don't even come with me when we about to get in drama and shit
right?
like
Yeah,
that.
you don't supposed to bring that kind of guy with you. That's the
Yeah.
thing where a lot of dudes fail at. Like, don't have
Mhm.
certain people. Like, you're supposed to have certain people around for certain reasons, and that kind of guy, you don't have him around. You know he ain't with popping off or doing anything to nobody. Hey, yo, bro, just go ahead and go home.
Yeah, I love you too much because I don't want to get in that situation where you run on me and now I gotta fuck you up because you ran on me. But I love you, so let's when we play ball, we do shit on the block. Fuck with the girls and shit, and that's the type of dude you call. So that's what the thing be with people like like damn, I know my man's might snitch, but. Come on, man, still do this with me. You knew the nigga was gonna snitch before you even did the shit that y'all did. So why you even put him in a position to do shit like that? You feel me? Like if that's your real homie, make sure that nigga is Trey. Let him out the car, bro.
What about the call? Let me see what you said. All right. What about if it was a harsh words in an argument? If we had harsh words in an argument,
It
yeah,
depends though.
it depends on what kind of words you are saying
Yeah.
because some people get in an argument and they say the most hateful things, and it seems like those people been waiting to say those
Mhm.
things a long
Yeah.
time.
If
So
we
it
just
depends on
arguing
what
and
kind
you
of
be
harsh
like,
words
yeah,
that you're saying.
yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
so if it's just an argument and we both coming at each other, yeah, we can forgive each other for that. But if you trying to bring up some personal things,
Yeah,
like nah,
now
I'm
that's
not
different. Now
for
that's
that because
different.
you
Yeah.
was waiting the whole time to say that
Mhm.
to me. So just go ahead and get that shit off of your chest.
And that's the same thing I said. Like, if we get in an argument and some regular shit, like me and you could get in an argument, a debate. All right, boom, that shit is dead. We ain't bringing up no personal shit or nothing. But once you
None of that.
start bringing up personal shit, like even with your spouse, I tell dudes like this with your spouse, like if once you start calling her the B word, a hoe, and start disrespecting her, and when you in the argument, now that's different. You can't come back from that shit now because she that's always in the back of her, yeah, her head. So niggas gotta learn how to even argue with a spouse or argue with each other. Like, nigga, don't try to get too personal. Cause once you do get too personal with that shit, I ain't fucking with you no more. You know what I mean? Cause that means you been had some shit on your chest, or you hit me some with some shit like when I was at my lowest point. Then you come back and throw it in my face. Like, oh, okay,
Yeah,
all right,
that's the
yeah.
bad part. Yeah, like you've been wanting to do that, and that's just
Mhm.
how people do each other today. Like they hang around you, hear you going through all the drama, and then you see these people the next 3, 4 days they with somebody else, and they just sitting there dogging you, talking
Mhm.
down on you, talking crazy about you, and you like, damn, man, you was just chilling with me, and now you telling all my personal business to people. So that's what I'm saying. Like, make sure if if you getting into them type of arguments with your people, then y'all was never really peoples.
Mhm.
If they gotta wait till you at your lowest point and use all that or use all
Because I expect
that.
us to get in an argument like you checking me for some shit or I'm checking you for some shit because that's what real friends do.
Mhm.
But anything other than that, we could get through that shit and get past that shit and be like, know what? You right, Nubby. Let me chill out. You know what I mean? I'm bugging out. But once the niggas be like, fuck you, nigga, you do this and all that. Like, hold on, bro. Like, damn, how long you been waiting to get this off your chest? You know what I mean?
Yeah, you
So
been
do
waiting to
you
say that
believe?
shit to me. That's crazy.
Yeah. I just said I think people could change certain things, but there's certain personality cores I don't think that could change. A person always gonna be who they is. If you a fuck nigga broke, you're gonna be a fuck nigga with money. Like the same, if you're a kind person broke, you're gonna be a kind person with money. People don't change. Like the personality cores don't change in people. So it's hard to say can people change. Is That's a tricky subject to even get into. Yeah, they could change certain things, but they personality cores. That's like saying Ted Bundy could change. Nah, that nigga said serial killer. You know, he
so
was good
so
at
it
serial killing.
of course. So is forgiving someone, is forgiving someone the same as giving them a second chance then?
I think we forgive everybody, but you don't have to give them a second chance.
That's what I'm saying. It's a difference between forgiveness and giving them a second chance. Because I
Mhm.
can forgive you and don't have you around me. I just,
Mhm.
I'm gonna forgive you, and I'm not gonna carry that shit on my heart.
Mhm.
So I can forgive somebody. Like it's a lot of people in this lifetime that I done forgave, and I'm don't want no dealings with them. Period. But
Mhm.
it's fine. By it, it's and and I go to sleep at night and I don't think about that shit. It ain't in my mind. It's not on my heart. So I can forgive someone, but giving somebody a second chance, it depends on what have you done to me and what you have said about me. Like if you spreading all this bullshit lies and propaganda and things like that, I can't forgive none of that. I mean, well, I can't give you a second chance. I can forgive you because I know the shit that you was talking is not even true. But giving you a second chance, nah, I don't want to be around you no more.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I can forgive you, but a second chance, nah, you don't get no second chances over here, brother.
Nope.
I'm too old for that, man.
Yeah, I'm definitely good on that right there.
Like, yeah,
So,
that's
all
and
right.
that's what
So,
people gotta start, and that's what a lot of not trying to get on my females because I'm gonna say this to help my females. That's what a lot of females get they forgive niggas but give them a second chance. Nah, forgive that nigga and move on. Because once you forgive them, you give them that second chance, then it wind up a third chance and wind up a fourth chance, and you're like, damn, the nigga keep doing the same thing, and by the time you finally leave them, you just broke mentally. You came in a relationship happy and everything. Now you broke up mentally. So females learn to forgive that nigga and move on, man. That's you know what I'm saying. Learn to
some
forgive
in some
that.
situations, yeah, some situations that could be true, but in those
I'm
type of
saying like
situations,
stop.
sometimes people can work it out. Not all the time. Like I feel what you're saying about that
I'm
because
talking about like
if,
the cheating aspect. Now let me
yeah,
give
but you
context.
get
Let me give
like
context on that. Let me
those
give
kind of
context on
all right,
that.
go
Yeah.
ahead. You got it.
Yeah, let me give context. Like if a nigga cheating on you, just dogging you out, doing shit like that. Let me give context on that because an argument, a nigga could just do some dumb shit and you ain't gotta leave him for that. You know, sometimes we just do dumb shit because we men. That's what we do. But with money or shit like that, or make a bad
So
decision. But you know,
so when you saying that, do you think any men can forgive they partner if they partner cheated on them the same way women forgive men and take them back?
yeah, men do it all the time.
No, I'm saying yeah. Is that do you think that's possible? But under what context would you think a man is gonna take his woman back? To me personally, yes, it can happen. But once a man pride is hurt, and once like it depends on who knows about her, who knows about the woman
But her
cheating.
discretions.
Yeah, like it depends. Like that's where it depends on me. So definitely, it happens all the time where a woman might step out and a man is gonna take her back. But to us, to me personally, the only way I can see that happen, it depends on how it happened, and then it depends on who and who, like who she stepped out with, and then whoever know about the whole situation. Because us as men, like if that shit start to trick you out to other like our friends and shit, and then our pride start to get hurt. So we like, nah, I can't fuck with her because you don't want to hear all the bullshit from your homies and
And
all that. You
some
like, yeah, I'm
said it.
home, man.
Ricardo said, "Son, if kids if involved, we could take them back." Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's a sticky situation because you like kids involved and shit like that. Like that shit get crazy with it. Like, but a man pride. Once a man pride, like we talked about that the other time, men don't know how to deal with emotions. Sometimes that's what leads to a nigga killing the girl and the kids and everything. So you know, sometimes is sometimes you, if you get hurt too bad, like you saying, Nelly, like a nigga not gonna take them back, you know, because it's not the
That's what
same.
I'm saying.
It's not,
It be the pride of the man. Like, but I understand what he's saying down there too. With my boy saying, he said like if it's kids involved, yeah, definitely. If it's kids involved, then it's gonna be hard to just like end the relationship like that. So I understand people who have families and all that, and they try to work through it and they try to work things out, whatever. And definitely I'm all for that. But if it keeps on happening, then
but
you
if your
gotta
woman cheat on you and you take her back, you're gonna be the best man you probably ever been in your life because that shit
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
affect
hell
you a
yeah.
different way, nigga.
It should make you learn. It should make you
Mhm.
learn like why she had to step out and why she had to do these things. Because if your woman stepping out on you, like yo, damn, it's like something like as a man that what the hell I'm not doing for her to go and step out. Most of the like most of the times that's what happens with us as men. Like we start to
Most
think
of the
too heavy.
time, it don't even be the sex that be the problem. It be the little things. Like a nigga might give her attention at work that you wasn't giving her, or just the littlest, simple shit that you forgot to do that you
Well, you
was
better watch
doing.
all those motherfucking work husbands and shit. I
Yeah,
don't know.
them niggas is the
Get
worst,
knocked
man.
out. Fuck out of here.
Them
Get
niggas
knocked
that you
the
gotta
fuck out.
beat up, man. All them niggas, man. Fuck, nigga.
Yeah, you gotta
Fuck
watch them
niggas,
niggas, man.
man.
Them work husbands and all that. Get that shit up out of here, man.
Mhm.
But yeah, definitely though. Yeah, so but that's what I'm saying. Like it happens every day when when women or men step out, whatever, and people take each other back. All I'm saying out there to them to that kind of shit is that you can give somebody a second chance for that, but make sure when you give that person that second chance, make sure you take that second chance and you fulfill all those needs, and you make sure you got to do everything you possibly could do to try to even get a pinch of that feeling back before this shit even happened. So you got
No, I'm not saying that because that nigga gonna leave you. You better not cheat. Get the fuck out of here.
to, you saying if I cheat. I will get the better version of my man. No, no, he didn't say
no.
that.
You that nigga gonna leave you. You better not cheat. You fucking out of here.
But it
But
says
shit.
that sounds like communication problem. Personally, I don't take cheaters back under any circumstances. Yeah, like some people are
Hold
like
on,
that.
hold on,
I'm not
hold on,
gonna lie.
hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. We
Hold on,
skipping, we
my
skipping, we
bad.
skipping.
Hold
One
on, I'm
thing
sorry.
I've learned,
Pull it up there. One
one
thing
thing I
I've
learned, no matter we can't satisfy a woman once we learn that we will be okay. Yeah, you can satisfy. Don't say that, my
I don't
boy.
know. Yeah, yeah, you can satisfy a woman. Like it takes a lot to satisfy a woman, though. You know,
But
like
see,
some
y'all
women.
niggas be getting it wrong. Y'all gotta satisfy him with the shit that a man's supposed to do. Like, nigga, get up and fix that little rinky dink or whatever, or help her with the shit. Some women just want the little shit, like like it's the little things, you know. You got better listen to LMA and all that and everything. You know what I mean? Just so when y'all be saying satisfy a woman, y'all be looking at the wrong thing, and nigga. No, excuse my French. A nigga be thinking dick, 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 dick. I'm gonna just give her dick, 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 dick. Pause. You know what I'm saying? Pause, 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 pause. You know that's gonna work all the time. Nah, it gotta be the other things. You gotta, you gotta mentally love that woman, physically love that woman, emotionally love that woman, and everything. You gotta be there for her. Do the things a man's supposed to do. Just help her with the physical shit. Help her get through the day and help her get through her little things, when she's stressed out. Don't become more stressed. Just learn how to be her peace. And if you see her stressed, just back off, nigga. Just all right, man, I'll be me. Because I'm a man. I ain't gonna argue with her because we ain't supposed to argue with women anyway. That's one thing you're supposed to learn from your father, not to argue with a woman. Go work out, go walk off or some shit like that. Say what you gotta say to her and then walk off because she gonna say some shit back and don't even say nothing back. Just walk off and you said what you said, nigga, and that's it. I said what I said. She gonna say what she say, but I said what I said and walk the fuck off. And it is what it is. And that's it.
It
She
is
gonna
what
say
it
what
is.
she yeah, she
That's
gonna
it.
say what she said, but she heard what you said. But she gonna say her little shit. But you said what you said, walk off and just keep it at that. But niggas get emotional and want to go back and forth. Nah, nigga. I say what I said and I'm gone. You know what I mean? She always gonna have the last word. Let her have it.
That's it. Let her have it. That's how you got to do it. Let her have it, man. But yeah, though. So what it says. So all right. Let me see what Cheese said. Hold on. Let me see. So Cheese said he don't take cheaters back. Personally, I don't take cheaters back under any circumstances. Like, yeah, cheese. Well, I'm not going to knock you for your opinion, but when people been together for a long time and shit happen like that, sometimes people just people try to work through it. Now, if you into some type of new relationship, it's like a 1 year something like that in there, and that shit happens. Yeah, I'm fine with it. Like, yo, go ahead and be on up
But yeah,
out of
when
there.
you got time, you got
Yeah, but
decades.
you got time and you got children and you put in hard work, you ain't trying to let that shit go just over one little mishap, whatever. I understand cheating is big, but over one mishap, you got to try to work it out and give that person a second chance. Definitely.
Never argue with her while driving.
He's stupid. Yeah. With Todd shit, acts of service, love, and attention be there. A sprinkle of romance. Laugh
Yeah,
out loud.
that's what I'm saying. Just
Yeah,
the little
definitely. Definitely.
things.
You gotta,
That's what I'm
yeah,
saying.
just the little things. That's it. You got to be there for them just for the little things. Like all the women in the world don't want all that flashy, crazy shit.
Yeah.
Majority of the women just want security. They want to be loved, and they want to have a motherfucker who could be there to defend them. That's
Mm-hmm.
that's all a woman want. Like a woman, like that's what a woman want. With those
Yeah.
other girls and shit out there chasing the day with all this fame and want all this money, and they need 40,000 to be flown out and shit. They ain't no goddamn real woman right there. Leave that shit alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's your
Got a
question,
question. Oh, let me
bro?
go get
Hell
my
yeah, she
hands.
learned why I'm over. Yeah, I got a goddamn ticket. I got a ticket before that shit. Let me see. Hold on. What my boy Rick said. I listen to you guys all the time when I'm at work. Keep doing your thing, Nelly. You already know what it is, brother. Brooklyn all day. Fuck Food Nation. That's my nigga Rick. You already know, Rick. Appreciate the love, Rick. Appreciate you for checking in. My Rick, you already know, my boy. That cheese, I learned my lesson. Oh, hell yeah, yo, cheese, yeah, man. I don't do that arguing shit while I'm driving either, man. I did it one time and I got a damn ticket. I ain't never doing that shit again. So, example, what if a woman cheating on you, send you pics of her doing stuff with the next guy? Would you take them back then? Hell no, I ain't. Nah, hell no. She cheated on me and sent me
What?
pics of doing shit with another guy. Nah, that's no taking back. She straight violated. She gotta go.
What?
There ain't
What
no
the
taking
fuck is
back
you even
that crip.
saying? Hell
Yeah,
no, nigga.
nah, that
You
shit
better
is done
beat
right
the
there. That shit is
you
over with
better
and
beat
done.
the cat or something,
Yeah,
whatever
I
they
ain't no taking
saying.
them back for that type of shit. That's over with.
She done.
Yeah, she definitely she out of here. There's no way in the world I can even talk with you after some shit. You sent me pictures and all that. What? Like you
You
better get your
done.
ass on up out of here. Your ass done.
Your
Word.
ass is
Your
done.
ass. You wildin'. I ain't even talking about no more of that shit right there.
Seen that happen, my man told him it's over with. Nigga,
Yeah,
that
that's what he
nigga's
better do.
stupid. He
That
better.
nigga was straight. Listen, that's what he better did. That
If
was
he
it,
ain't
bro. It's
hang it
over.
up or go hang them up.
Somebody better get hung up behind. They better hang somebody the fuck up behind that one. They bugging out behind
Oh
that one.
my
No way.
gosh. Hell no. Not me, my brother. I'm good. We can go to the next topic. I don't even want to talk about it no more. It's over with. You
All
done
right.
killed me. You done killed the sauce with that one. Fuck out of here.
Gotta
Oh,
move on to the next one. Oh yeah, this is a good one right here. All right. Can we find a system that balance the benefits of capitalism with the fairness of socialism?
no.
You don't think that's possible?
Nah, because capitalism is built to be capitalism. Capitalism is big bank take little bank. Socialism is a form of actually fascism, what the Nazis was into. If y'all don't know that, they were socialists, actually. So no. So that can't be possible. Capitalists can't form with socialism because I want more than the next man. If the next man got the same as me, it's gonna be a problem. And that's the way America is. So when you say the ideology, do you want to change the ideology of America? Or do you want to make socialist policies work for American in certain cities? Because it could work in certain cities, but as a nation, I don't think it could be possible because capitalism, corporations first ain't gonna allow no socialism because they built off of socialism as the rich because billionaires that's how they build their policies because they share their money with each other, so they are the socialists, so they're not going to let people below them be socialists. So that's the first thing right there. So with the corporations, no. So capitalism and socialism will never work.
That's what I was just about to get into. That's what I was about to say. I was just about to say, like, our rich folks live off the socialist policies. So they don't want us to benefit off the same policies that they have. Like they have the inside traders, they have they have the free health care, they have the free benefit of traveling around the country and doing all sorts of other things like that. But to me, capitalism, people are motivated to invest, because it's a free market, and people always talk about how capitalism work with the free market. Yes, I understand the thing of the free market, but just like you was explaining, socialist policies can work in maybe certain states, but like in the middle of this country, I don't think socialist policies will work in the middle of our country because these people don't even make enough of, like, they don't even contribute to the GDP by like maybe 5%, the middle of the country. Like most of our GDP come from like four or five states throughout the whole nation.
Hmm.
So definitely capitalism, well, socialists can work in all the states. So I don't see that America is moving to a whole socialist country. That will not work here in America today. Even though I think
because the
we, we
because
can probably switch over and try with socialists and see how it works, but
our
socialism can't all
constitution
let it
is
happen.
not built on socialism.
Yeah,
So
it's not.
that's the first thing right there. The Constitution is not even built off of socialism. The founding fathers built it off of capitalism. So the First Amendment, the Second Amendment is not even socialist policies. In a social system, you don't have freedom of speech. That's controlled. You know, you don't have the right to bear arms. That's controlled. You know, you got to be careful also when you say socialism because you're giving up certain things. You
Certain,
know,
that's right. You are.
you're giving up certain constitutional rights when you say socialism. People don't understand that either. When they preach socialism,
But people don't want the whole, people don't want the whole policy of socialism. People want the socialism as the rich receive. You like I was saying the other night, you got corporations who always get the tax break of 15%, and then they say that's supposed to trickle down to workers. They can hire more work. Yes, in the capitalist society, they hire more workers, but they do not hire wages though. So it doesn't make a difference if you could just keep hiring more workers and you lowballing the whole company. You only paying 5 or 6 people a certain amount of dollars so they can keep everybody else. Like, hey, yo, listen, this society is working. You keep getting up every day and you come to work. You're gonna live the American dream, and that's the shit that I don't agree with the capitalist policies. Is that, like, they always trying to give us and sell us that damn dream that capitalism is gonna push us to the top, and capitalism got 1% at the top and the other 99% down here just fighting with each other every single day. So if socialism is not the plan, we need something else in this country to have a plan with to help out the working people, because working, like, some people be working and they don't even realize that they are working poor people. People
yeah.
just think they got a job or
But
they making a certain amount of
working is a form of socialism, but we just got a capitalist monetary system because we all work and wages is even you in the market of a wage, so your market value of the wage and everything. So that's a form of socialism right there because you know you might make it this you might make this over here and you might make that over here, then depending on the cost of living in certain states you might make a little more, but you know that's a working as a form of socialism also. You know, they say we capitalism but we work our ass off.
everybody out there. Put the check in the chat, man. Put the check in the chat if you checking in with us, man. I want to see a check in the chat.
So
She
you
said
know,
there has to be balance. There has to
you
be
know,
balance between capitalism and socialism.
oh man, that's what I'm saying, man. Like the definition of really of capitalism is not working. What I was just trying to get into, working is a socialist policy. Definition of capitalism is having your own, opening up your own business and creating your own wealth. That's actually capitalism. That's really what America is really like. Anybody could start a small business and make their own money. That's one of the foundations of America. You just gotta, that's really the form of capitalism right there. So when people say work, 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 you never working is not a form of capitalism. That is a form of socialism. Actually, having your own business, opening up your own business, and doing your own thing is a form of capitalism. Where we get caught up is that corporations they own most of the big markets. So like the Walmarts, the Targets, and things like that. You should have a million motherfuckers doing what Walmart do, but what Walmart do is that they capitalized it on the brick and mortar stores,
I see you,
and
self-made. I see you, Angelique.
you know they capitalized it on the brick and mortar stage and everything. So you know they got about 4,000 stores, and it's hard to compete with them. But that's really capitalism, is just opening up your own business, starting your own thing. That's why a lot of younger kids is getting into, you know, the
It's a lot of
Twitch
and
and
there's a lot of
everything
knocking
like that.
people out of business too. Capitalism is a free market.
Mhm.
It's knocking people out of business. If your product is selling better, You gonna
Mm-hmm.
rise to the top. If your product ain't doing so good, you gonna fall off. So
Mm-hmm.
that's what capitalism about. Capitalism is about making your brand rise more than other people brand because it's a free
Mm-hmm.
market and anybody could get into that market.
Yeah.
So I guess
Big
in the
bank
outcome
take
of
little
that,
bank.
the capitalist society, to me, as a working people, like just like you said, as us as working people, we don't, a lot of working people gonna believe in socialism because they like, why the rich people doing this off our back? Why they doing? Listen, at the same time, while you at that job working, try to put a plan together in your head and
Mm-hmm.
enjoying this free market. Come up with an idea. If
It's
you if you
300 million people in America.
That's right.
You
It's
could
300
get you
million people here.
you could
That's
get
right. So
10,000 people to get follow you or get your product or whatever, and you could live good and maintain and everything. Everybody's not going to be a millionaire. That's the problem. Everybody try to get filthy rich or stupid rich. No, try to
yeah,
get something where you can maintain without a job. If would you rather? I always ask people, would you rather make 100,000 at a job or make 50,000 working for yourself? So that's the real
that's
question.
That's the
So
real
that's
question.
just
You would rather make $50,000 for yourself because you can
self.
get up, you can make the money whenever you feel like it. That hundred
Mhm.
thousand dollars at a job, they're gonna put you to work for that $100,000. Like, it's no jobs out here paying you $100,000 and you ain't gonna bust your ass for it. You're gonna be long nights at work. You're gonna be taking work at home with you. You're gonna be working over the weekend. They
Like,
gonna make
even
you
people say,
earn
well, lawyers and doctors, you don't know how much fucking time lawyers and doctors put in that they job at the hospital and the DA. You
Right?
know how
Because
much
a lot of
fucking
lawyers got to
time.
go into private practice, and the
Mm-hmm.
doctors, they go into private
I'm
practice because
talking.
they don't want to put them long hours in. They want to open up a doctor's office and they want to hire their little nurse and all the other temps and put them in there while they out on the fucking golf course chilling.
Mm-hmm. And we
But
only
yeah,
can
those
miss
are the
them.
meaning of the capitalist society, though. Capitalism, man, is a free market. So if you come up with an idea, try to join that free market. If you tired of doing what you're doing for every day at work, and everybody got an idea. Just don't be scared to go for it. The same way you get up every
Mm-hmm.
morning and you want to go and clock in, you want to make your money for your bill. Don't be scared to go out and take that chance. That's the benefit of capitalism. It gives everybody a fair shot to enter a free market.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Y'all
That's
got
what
any
it
questions
is.
out there? Let me open it up real quick to the line. Anybody got any questions? We can open up the phone line. Anybody want to call in? Got anything on their mind tonight out there? Give them a little few seconds. Let somebody check in real quick with us. Let me see some checks in the comments, man. Let me see some checks out there. Anybody out there? Let me see some checks in the comments, fellas, ladies. Making sure y'all checking in with us. Come on, let me see some checks out there, y'all. Let's go. Yeah, though, man. Hell yeah, man. I could definitely. You want to get into that? Let me see what she said. Is there a difference between working class and poor class?
Um,
Um. Well, we have working poor people, and then you have just people that's in
it's
and out.
really
So,
no pork. It's really, man, it's
there we
hard
go.
to.
I gotta check. There we
It's
go. We gotta check.
because when I say poor people, man, it's really hard. Because when you see niggas that's poor, I don't know, because you don't really want to get into that. That's a touchy subject because when you see people that got less than you and you ain't got shit, and then you see people that ain't got shit, man, that shit is crazy. So
That
you
shit
be
is
like,
hurtful, bro.
you don't know who poor. You thinking you poor, and you see a motherfucker that's really poor. Nah,
Yeah.
that
That
shit
shit
is
is
crazy.
different. So we definitely, yo, yeah, yo, Shabon, throw that check in the chat. Everybody out there, throw a check in the chat. Let us know
Good,
y'all
yeah,
what's good though, Vi.
yeah,
But yeah,
but
though, man, like, so
like
it's
when you,
definitely a difference. Like, yeah,
it's
like it's
definitely
work. But to
different.
me, you got working poor people, which is majority of the damn nation, because majority of the nation, it doesn't matter what people do out here. It doesn't matter what they come on Facebook. They could come on Facebook. They could have all the most shine. They could have the $1,000 shoes on. Majority of us in this country today is living paycheck to
That's the
paycheck.
paper.
So Majority of the nation is fucking poor. It's just that you got the working poor people, and then you got people who you see outside on the streets with signs and shit. And I don't even know what to even call those kind of people, because listen, a lot of people is one paycheck away from could potentially be one of those people outside on the street holding up a goddamn sign. So you never take
Mhm.
nothing for fucking granted. That's what I tell people all the time. So anybody who have a job and all the things, make sure you stay there. Make sure you get your ass up, and you make sure you don't miss no days of work, and make sure
Work
you
and
go
none of
there
that
and get
shit,
that
man.
damn money. I'm telling you now, like, cause it's serious out here, man. It's definitely serious out here. They call them middle
Yeah.
class. Yeah, but that's the thing
There's
about it,
no
Andrew.
more middle class
It's
though.
no more middle class. America is built on two classes only. America America only has two classes. You either rich or your ass working poor. Like
Yeah.
that middle class shit is gone. Like they are gutting the middle class out, because people who even make like the low six figures, they still paying high ass taxes and all that. People who making $200,000 are still paying probably 40 grand a year in taxes. So those people are middle class, and then a lot of middle class people got high ass debt. They debts is like the same as the money that they making every month. Like some of these people make 15 grand a month, and they damn debts be 12 grand. So they really ain't making $200,000 a month. So the middle class is being gutted every day. You know that ain't true. Hell yeah, definitely. Yeah, we know that ain't true. It's not a such thing of middle class no more. You either gonna have some money or your ass working poor.
Yeah.
Hold
That's
on,
the
let me
thing,
put it up
man.
on the screen. I got you. Let me put this one up on the screen. Right, what it say? Right there. Someone told me they cannot afford to eat outside food because it's too expensive. Mind you, they were talking about fast food. Yeah, like yeah, that shit is crazy. That's what I'm saying. Like it's people out here who can't even afford to even go out to a damn McDonald's to get them a Happy Meal. Like
Yeah, man. Like that shit is crazy,
like
man.
yes, like it's crazy and it's scary out here. Like people can't even go get them a Happy Meal. People can't even go to Burger King to get them a damn $2 burger. Like they have to scrape up every dollar and dime they have just to get by every goddamn month. And nobody should be living like that. Nobody should be living after 40 hours a week or plus. You should not have to go out there and look for two jobs or none of that. Like you should be able to pay your bills off of 40 hours a week. Everybody should be able to live comfortable after you went out there and you bust your ass for that 40 hours.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
They made me realize that is considered a luxury for some. Hell yeah, that's definitely right about that. Yeah, that's right about that. That's
Big
definitely
Mac meal is almost 15.
my
I ain't
bad.
paying no
I
$15 for no
walked
Big
away.
Mac. Hey, man.
You
Ooh,
always want to be sensitive and shit. Oh, they said
ah,
a Big Mac is almost $15.
thank
Yeah,
you.
that is right. I see why people can't go out and get them a Big Mac meal, because that shit is outrageous. $15 for a Big Mac meal. Now I'm
I
going
ain't
to the
paying no
Mexican restaurant and get me a few tacos and a little bowl of rice or something. There's no way in the world that I'm paying $15 for a Big Mac meal.
Hell no, I'm not paying no $15 for no Big Mac, man.
Yeah, but
I'm
it's definitely out.
that must be in New York, nigga, because
Gotta be
nigga ain't
somewhere.
paying no $15 for no Big Mac meal in Texas. Nigga, shop McDonald's down. You fucking crazy.
That, that's crazy. I ain't even gonna lie. Like that's a lot of money for a Big Mac meal for some shit that's not even real.
I don't
That's
even
not
want
even
no
real.
thing.
I don't even know what kind of goddamn meat they even serving people at McDonald's to be $15 for a meal. That's crazy right there, man. Like if you got $15, don't spend that shit on a Big Mac meal. There's other food out there you could buy with $15. Trust me. I could take you to some spots. You said for horse meat. Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A don't cost that much for a deluxe meal. But at least you getting some real chicken at Chick-fil-A and shit. You getting some real chicken up there. That shit at McDonald's, like Vi said, that shit is for horse meat. And Jay
Oh,
Hova said,
what's up? What's good? Ho? What's up?
Jay Ho, yo, Jay was good. Jay in the building too.
Yo,
So
yo, that nigga said you getting into, I don't know what the fuck you get. You seen
I
the
don't know what
nigga poured, that nigga poured carbon, whatever that nigga poured on that hot,
I'm
hot
telling you, I don't know
carbon.
what that shit is about. I'm telling you right now. But if you got $15 and you trying to feed your family, man, I advise you to go to the supermarket, man. Get you some noodles, a pack of ground beef. Well, I know 15. It might be the smallest pack because ground
But
beef
that
is
shit,
now.
yo, you
So,
know
but
that
get
shit is
you some
crazy,
Nacho
man.
sauce, make you a big pot of spaghetti, and that right there is gonna hold the family down, man. But don't go spend your $15 on a damn Big Mac meal because that shit is not even real. Definitely, V. I'm telling you, get you some spaghetti. I'm telling you, get you a pack of some ground turkey or some ground beef or something like that. Get you a can of that little bullshit hunt sauce. Get you some damn spaghetti noodles, and you gonna eat for a few days. I'm telling you how to do it, man. I'm telling. Listen, my man out there laughing and shit, but I'm telling y'all how to do it, how to feed your family because it's hard out here today. And this motherfucker laughing.
Listen, no, because
I'm
this
trying to be
nigga
serious,
said
man. You laughing and shit.
$15 for a Big Mac. I can't believe no $15 for no.
It might be true, bro. And he might be telling the truth. I'm telling you, bro. It might be that much.
Oh man, that
Don't
shit is
do it. I'm telling y'all now,
ridiculous,
man.
bro.
Don't do it, man.
This is
Mm-hmm.
crazy. Spaghetti
Like, get
facts.
you
You
some
for
beans and rice.
$15, you can fifteen
Yeah, beans
dollars. You
and
can
rice
get
to
some
hold it
ground
down.
beef. Get some ground beef and buns and make balls and make a
Exactly.
burger or some shit like that. $15. That's
Yeah, he
crazy.
said still a pack of chicken, and that shit is almost $15. Like yeah,
Yeah.
like yo, McDonald's need to pack that shit up, and they don't want to pay their workers a living wage, and y'all
Mhm.
selling Big Macs for $15 a meal. Like pack that
Man.
shit up, man. McDonald's got to be packed up, man. Stop going there. Stop
All
eating
right.
that meat anyway. That's a bunch of
What's the
bull crap.
next topic? What's the next topic, man? We gonna drag that shit out. We can go all day with that shit.
Yeah, hell yeah, yeah. We definitely grew up on them struggle meals. That's what I'm trying to tell people. Or you go to the store, get you a pack of leg and thighs, get you those little swiggly noodles. I forgot the name of them. Don't quote me on
Yeah,
it, y'all. Get
the
you some of them
ramen,
noodles.
the ramen.
It's the ramen noodles, one of them though. But you get you some chicken and you make and you go in there and you pan fry that chicken up and you go and boil the rest of the way and you get you some chicken and noodles and get you some fried cornbread or something with some cornmeal. I'm telling you, $15 could take you a long way. But don't get no Big Mac meal. I'm just trying to tell you that. Don't do it. Egg noodles. There we go. That's the ones I was talking about. Vi, yeah, the egg noodles. Get you a bag of egg noodles, some leg and thighs, and make you some chicken and noodles. That's gonna hold you over for at
No,
least
we
3 days.
ain't talking with you tonight, man. You
I promise you,
crazy?
it's gonna hold you over for 3 days. I promise you, bro.
Nah, this nigga
Mama had
says
a pot of rice on the
15.
stove every day when I was growing up. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
like rice and beans too. Yeah, you gotta get you
The
some
right
rice.
thing.
You gotta get shit that's gonna stick to the stomach. Like you can't be out there going to get no bullshit food and you spending your last money on it. Don't go and buy it. Get you something that's gonna stick to your stomach
Nah, you
and it's
right. You right.
for a few days.
Nah, you right though. I'm just laughing because the $15 for a Big Mac. But man, what's the next topic, man? That shit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Look,
Because
look,
I'm
look.
gonna keep
Yeah, I said,
laughing,
hold on,
son. We
hold on,
gotta change the
hold on.
topic.
Look,
'Cause
look what I said. Look, you see another thing? Look. Shit, they stupid, yo.
nigga, you know I know about the struggle mills. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm gonna keep laughing about the $15 for a Big
Come
Mac.
on.
I ain't even
This is what
fronting.
my boy
You
Rick
know I
said. Rick
love the
said,
struggle mills, nigga. I
my
ain't got to
question is,
talk
how
about
you
that.
feel about brothers relocating to another state, but the dad are involved with the kid since birth, and mind you, this is your firstborn child.
Oh,
Yeah.
boom. That was our next topic we
So
was
my
about
boy
to
about
get
to lead into
into.
that topic right now, Rick. Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, Chris.
So the topic we was about to get into was just what you said was how do you feel about when fathers try to move on with their life, the mothers keeping the kids away from the child's father. So
He said,
basically, with your comment, what you were saying, my question is how you feel about mothers relocating to another state, but the dads are involved with the kid since birth. And mind you, this is your firstborn child. First question is if you got a child support agreement that she basically can't move without without your
get some more checks in there, y'all. Let me see y'all
yeah,
checking in. Check in.
she
Go
can't
ahead, Chris.
move without your, she can't move without your she can't move. We talking about this thing, this child support thing. She can't move without you agreeing on that. So first, if you got a child support agreement, you should check that and check that in your paperwork. Second, that's fucked up, man, because how you gonna get to see your child and you want to be involved in your child life? Now you got to spend extra money on top of the money you're probably already spending. And if you're on child support, paying child support, now you got to spend extra money to go see your child, depending on the state that they in. That's so it's crazy, man. That's just a touchy topic and everything like that. And also, it's just hard, depending on what you're doing in
You
your
doing
life.
in your life?
You
You
probably moving on, getting better and better in your life, got a new girl or something like that. So she's probably doing that to hurt you. It's probably deeper than what it is and everything.
He said he going through the courts right now too for that.
Yeah, so yeah.
Yeah, definitely though. Yeah, that's the best thing I can say to you, bro. Is yeah, just continue to go through the courts with it. But in all reality, yeah, that is messed up because we definitely talk about that every night on here, like trying to have a strong bond with the family and things.
Yeah.
And definitely if things didn't work out, y'all
Mhm.
should try to find another way to work things out. But if you going through the courts like you say right now, just let it all play out in the courts, and
Yeah.
then once the court ruling go out, just try to figure it out from there after that, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah,
And
I
back
hate
to the
I
thing
hate
what I
that
was saying, like,
any of my bros got to go through that because I know any guy that I ever came in with, like whoever I hung around, whoever the guys I work with, all them dudes been stand up guys, and all them dudes been great ass fathers. So any one of my bros who be checking in and they got to go through that shit, man, I feel bad for y'all tonight,
yeah,
man.
and going back to that, like when you getting yourself together, man, and you not, just notice when you was dealing with certain females for a while and you had kids with them and you getting yourself together and you're not dealing with them and you're trying to better yourself as a person, as a man, as a human being, just as a solid person and just be there for the kids and not deal with them on that type of level, you're gonna go through other shit. So just keep your head strong, man, and keep your head good. I'm glad I mean, boy,
I got y'all out there. I see y'all
the boy
questions. I got
that the person above be working in mysterious ways because we had this topic and it was perfect out there to talk to somebody, and I don't even have to get into what I was gonna get into. Like I said, I don't gotta get into what I gotta get into because we do this for the people. So definitely, bro, just keep your head strong, keep doing what you gotta do as a man, and do what you gotta do for your kids, and all the other shit gonna play out for you, bro. And
definitely, bro. Yeah, keep your head up, brother. Keep your head up, man. We got to keep our head up, brothers.
Mhm.
Definitely. What she said now, she said, I hate when men question where the support is going. As long as your kids are fed, have a roof, and clean clothes, you shouldn't question her about the money. But I hate when women that try to use the kids against the fathers.
But can I answer that? Like
Yeah,
I always advocate for nigga pay your child support. Y'all know how I do like that. So I don't even get into niggas not like you don't gotta question the money because child support is technically not for the child, it's for the mother, for the custodial parent that has the child to take care of her bills that she has the child 24/7. So when niggas get into that, oh, I mean, I know we got some fucked up mothers that probably take the money and get their hair done or whatever, but 75% of them mothers is actually paying their bills and shit like that, or taking care of daycare, or taking care of the little things they got to take care of because they got that kid all the time. So that extra money is helping them with bills and all that. So just shut your punk ass up. You should have stayed with that woman. You should have stayed with that woman if you wanted to have, if you didn't want to pay child support and took care of that shit. So just pay that shit. So I always advocate for that, and that the niggas should pay child support and don't question about that. But then you do got the fucked up mothers that use the child against, and that's what we're saying. Like, just keep your head strong, because when you bettering yourself and you don't want to be with that woman no more, and you got somebody new, and or even if you ain't got nobody new, or you just doing your thing and bettering yourself as a person, that's when they say the devil start coming and she gonna try to attack you with your kids. Now she gonna use that's the last thing that could get to you. She can't get
Hell
you in the
yeah.
bed. She can't get you in the bed no more. She can't get you in the bed no more. You like fuck it. The child support I'm paying it. She can't get to your pockets no more because you're dealing with the child support. She can't get to you emotionally. You're not arguing with her. So now you're gonna go to she gonna hit you with the kids. That's the last thing. And sometimes it's not saying fuck them kids, but you gotta say fuck her, and it's like saying fuck them kids, and then eventually she gonna come around because the kids gonna be keep asking where my daddy, and you can't. And you're not a good you just listen, woman. You're not a good mother if you keeping your kids away from their father because you got some personal shit going on. Just, you could be the best mother that you think you are, but that still don't make you a good mother keeping the kids away from their father. So there's a lot of shit going with that. Pay your child support, do what you got to do, and the rest, man. Like they say, leave it in God's hands, bro.
That's right, brother. That's my brother right there. That's my brother. I fuck with you, bro. We have it. Yo, Rick, definitely. Thank you for checking in too, Rick. Definitely,
Mhm.
brother. And you already know, Rick. I definitely know you a stand up guy, man. All of y'all fellas out there tonight who going through this shit, man. Y'all keep your heads up and keep on fighting, man. Because there's better days ahead of y'all. Believe that, brothers. Believe that. Just keep on fighting for what you believe in and fight for that kid.
Mhm.
And better days will be ahead for you guys. Definitely.
Mhm.
Definitely, Rick. You already know, my brother. Hmm.
Yeah, man. It's just that's what we got to do. You know.
Hell yeah. Anybody else out there got me see? Do you think fathers with custody? Oh, let me put it up on the screen. Let me put it up on the screen right there. Get it up on the screen. Let me get my boy up there. Do you think
Of
fathers
course.
with custody of their child should also get child support? Hell
Hell
yeah, I think
yeah.
so. If you taking care of that
Yeah.
kid, hell yeah, you should receive child support. It should be the same way. Like it shouldn't be a double standards on that. If the father is gonna take care of the kid and the mother wanna be out in the streets being a deadbeat, she should pay what she weigh too. It's the same goddamn way. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. So it don't make a difference. If the woman being a bum, get her ass out there too and take her
Mhm.
ass to court as well. Because it's
Yeah.
definitely some of those women out there too. It ain't only men. See what he said?
What's that other question?
Leave it in the black man handout and cause he is God. I hear you on that one, my brother. I hear you on that one.
Oh,
You
we're
gotta
gonna get into that later. We're gonna get into that later. We're gonna get into
he
that
definitely
later.
gonna get into that. He said, all right,
Leaving like man hand up
let me
because he
see.
got because
Whoever
he is
has custody should receive the support. That's 100% right on that. Whoever got the custody definitely should receive the support.
receiving home court. Yeah, hell yeah.
Hmm. What
Courts
Rick
don't
said.
favor mothers anymore. We have equal rights no matter what. Yeah, you're right. You just
That's
fathers. We gotta start informing them more. You just gotta
that's
do the shit. If you want child support, you got some rights, brother. You better use them and shit like that.
hmm. You gotta use them. You definitely gotta
But
use them, bro.
give us a second, man. We're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that definitely. Man. We got a
You
touchy subject tonight.
about to open up the phone line, see if anybody want to call in tonight. Do you think women get judged more than dads for being an absent parent? Do you think women
No.
get judged more? Hell no. Hell no. They don't judge women at all. Like I never really hear the woman getting judged for her being a deadbeat. You always hear the spotlight of the dads being a deadbeat. So I never really hear the woman being a deadbeat and none of that. Even though we got a lot of those out here creeping around and shit. There's a lot of deadbeat women out here, but I don't really hear them being broadcast like the way
Nah, you
they
got to
used
go to Cheese Comment first.
Hold on, let me see what she said. Hold on. You right now. Do you think siblings can raise other siblings better than the actual parents? in some situations, cheese.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, that's true. In certain situations, cheese, yeah, that's definitely true. Yeah, they definitely, yeah, siblings definitely play a big role in raising their younger siblings and things like that. You know, thank God, like I always tell people, thank God in my family, I had both of my parents around and shit. But yeah, in certain situations, yeah, siblings got to be there for each other, and definitely siblings do play a big role in helping raising the children.
Even without child support, as soon as we sign that birth certificate at the hospital, we have rights, even if the parents are married. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hmm.
Hell yeah, yeah, that's true. I can talk to the tape. Yeah, you already know, bro. I appreciate you, brother. You already know, my boy. Appreciate the love, bro. Who that? Who that?
Heck
Oh,
yeah.
Jay Hova popped in. Let me get Jay Hova on the stage. Hold on. Let me bring my boy Hova to the stage.
Oh, he on there?
Yeah, Jay just popped in just now. I'm bringing
What's
him up on the
good?
stage.
What's good with you?
Hey,
What's
what's
good
going
with you,
on, man? We
brother?
got
What's up
people
with you,
clapping
sir?
for my
What's
boy.
up with
What's
y'all,
good
sir?
with you, brother?
My
Hey,
boy
y'all got me
Hova.
laughing.
Hey, what's going on, Jay?
Huh? What you
Hey,
say?
y'all got me laughing over here, man, because I'm cooking one of those cheap meals right now
Oh,
myself.
bro, but
A
we
pack,
love the cheat meals, brother. You
hey,
know, I'm just laughing because
Come over here.
this nigga Nelly is funny. I knew this nigga 20 years, and he know he gonna make me laugh the way he just talk. I'm not down to cheat meals or nothing. I know I grew up on them shit.
man.
Nigga, I grew up in the
Yo,
putting the
leave,
building,
yo,
so
leave that alone.
you know,
Hold on, boy. What you
Hey,
talking
do y'all
about?
hear delay? Do y'all hear delay on?
Nah, I don't hear no delay. Chris just went out. Damn, both of them went out. I gotta add them back to the joint. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. I got them. There you go. Hold on. Damn, I gotta add them to the stage. There you go. My bad. My bad. You can hear me?
Yeah,
yeah, I
my
heard,
bad, my bad. I
yeah.
heard a
All right, there
delay
we
on
go.
my end. I don't know if y'all was hearing it.
Mm-mm.
Hold on. What you
Yeah,
say?
You
Hold
just
man.
on.
got to keep talking through the delay because I hear the same thing. But if once you keep talking through it, you'll be
Yeah, he can
good.
hear
But
me.
Okay.
Yeah.
What?
we'll
Do
go
it. Yeah.
silent when you need to talk and everything.
Yeah, yeah, man. I just got me a pack of chicken,
Mhm.
some potatoes, some
That's
some
good
some
eating right there.
veggies, and made me a little stew. You know what I'm saying? $15.
Yeah, that's
That's
good
what
Less
I'm
than
eating
talking
fifteen
right
about.
dollars.
there.
See, that's good eating for
You know what
$15.
I'm
That's
saying?
what
No
I'm
one
talking
will take a
Right.
big
about right
camera.
there.
Hold on, man.
That's what I'm
Hold
talking about, baby. Don't go to McDonald's and try to spend $15, man. Do what my boy Hova just did.
Yeah, he
on.
right.
Yeah,
Whoa,
man.
like that. Whoa,
What my
whoa,
hold
whoa,
on? What
whoa,
my boy say?
whoa, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, I got my little man in the background. Apologize for that.
Nah, you good,
Nah,
brother.
he
You good,
good.
bro.
He good. We love the kid and everything, man.
Yeah, man.
Let me take.
So
All
I
right, go and
guess,
play with that.
like I said, we was gonna get into something touchy tonight, and we could get into this last subject because it probably go an hour plus or something. So y'all just stick with us, and we gonna ride into this casually. So we're gonna get into the history of religion. I don't know if Jehovah, if you want to start off with that, if you want to kick that off, and you just get into the
Man,
and we get into the history of religion, and we just
I can do your
go
thing.
from there.
yeah, so my whole thing with religion, and I really don't like to speak on this topic because it rubs people the wrong way. Go downstairs. It rubs people the wrong way. You feel me? Um, you know, talking against a person's religion, that's like fighting words.
Hmm.
When it really shouldn't be. Whenever you just have particular questions, you know what I'm saying, that you want answered, and people take it in a defensive manner when it shouldn't necessarily be that way. Right.
Hmm.
So my whole perspective on religion is whenever we talking about these religious texts that we have, we gotta ask ourselves, you know what I'm saying, where did it derive from? You know, when did we first actually get this? And us living here in the Americas, when is the first time that a Quran or a Bible reached the shores of America? Because we know that these things was in other languages that had to be translated to English before it actually landed here, right? So when you ask yourself, okay, when did this particular text derive in the Americas? What years was that? And you got to look at that historically, you know, in terms of, okay, they talk about a history of thousands of years,
Hmm.
but when you have a text that only end up here 400 or 500 years ago, we got to ask ourselves what was going on. You feel me? Does this belong to us or was that given to us?
So what I break it down, like when we say the history of religion, like what you was just saying, so we got to start from the roots of where religion come from what they say Judaism and Moses. So when you go back to those first five books, if don't quote me or don't get me wrong, he supposedly wrote the first five books of the Bible, what
Yeah,
we
the Torah,
know
the Torah.
the Torah, right? So when you go to the history of religion, so basically religion start off what I tell you with people with Egypt and the Hebrews, or before that, a little bit before that, with Noah, the ark and everything like that. But really breaking down the real start of religion, of history of religion with Moses, Mount Sion, the Ark of the Covenant, and things like that. That's when we first get the first true religion in Judaism. So when people say let's get into the history of religion, we got to break it down to where their religion derived from and where did it come from and the times that it came from. So you talk about Egypt and Egypt dealing with the Hebrews or people calling them slaves and things like that. So a lot of things what people don't know that a lot of that history was built to when Moses was dealing with the Egyptians because Moses was actually brothers or stepbrothers to the Pharaoh. So, to Ramses
See
the
them
third.
checks in there, y'all. Me see them checks in the crowd, y'all. Put them checks in the
So
comments.
he was the brother or stepbrother to Ramses the third, or however the Bible put it, but actually historical texts and things put it like that also. So when you go to that and you break it down from that, so when they say Moses, right from that point, you could say Moses created religion. If I'm right or I'm wrong, don't it's just my opinion and where I'm going off from the history of religion. So I know people say they start off with religion as, God created, the earth and things like that, but that's just basically of people believing in God and believing in Noah and things like that. That it wasn't an
Well,
actual religion until Moses came into got the tablets and the Ten Commandments. That's what I'm saying. That's when we get to the history of religion. So
well. When we talk
Hold
about
on,
when we
hold on,
talk
real quick.
about
Hold on,
when
y'all.
we
He
talk
said,
about the
hold on.
history,
Vi said the pyramids was already built when they said, "Let there be light." We already was the rulers of Africa.
hmm yeah, yeah, yeah. hmm But yeah, Dan, we might have to chime VI in. You could put him on stage. But what you were saying? Uh,
Send him the. I'm gonna send it to him at inbox.
uh,
can
what you were
can y'all hear
saying?
me?
Yeah, yeah. What you were saying?
Yeah. So when we talk about religion, you know what I'm saying? When we look at the earliest texts that they try to, you know what I'm saying, label as religious texts, it comes from Samaria, right?
Yeah,
What they
Samaria
call
and the
what they call
Aki and things like that and things like that. Yeah,
yeah. They call
that's
that
why.
the cradle
hmm
they call that the cradle of civilization,
Yeah,
right?
the Creole
And,
civilization. hmm
and so when you look at these Sumerian texts, you see a lot of similarities in the stories that these people,
hmm
are saying that made it into the Bible, which predate the Bible by thousands of years,
Yeah,
right?
actually
That's
predate
something,
Egypt by thousands of years. Also,
yeah, and that's
hmm
something that we can't deny. I mean, you can deny it if you want to, but when you do that, that's the question of, are you looking for truth or are you looking for
but
validation?
so that's where my question come from is was
Dad.
Moses. the creator of what we know of religion today, because they say the first religion was Judaism. You know, Islam came after Christianity and Judaism. So that's what I'm saying. Like when they break them, when we start off the history of religion, Samaria didn't go off religion. That was just something that they actually believe
Well,
in. That you know.
well,
So
the reason why I bring up Samaria is because before Moses there was Abraham. Biblically
yeah, with
biblically
Abraham.
speaking, there was Abraham,
Yeah,
and Abraham was from the Chaldeans in Ur, the land called Ur, which was in Samaria,
area.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
And a lot of the stories that made its way into the Bible was
There you go.
from the Sumerian text. You know what I'm
Text.
saying? When
Yeah,
we
yeah.
talk about the flood, you know what I'm
The
saying?
flood, or
That
even the
derived,
fallen angels that they don't get
yes,
into a lot.
that the
Actually, that's the biggest thing about Samaria that they don't get into, the story of Enoch and the fallen angels and
and
everything.
that's a whole nother can of worm that I like to get into because I think a lot of things, you know what I'm saying, we ain't go, like I always say, we ain't gonna never
We're
necessarily
not
really
trying to
get to the
crush
bottom of
people
everything.
religion or people beliefs, because I believe in a higher power also. That's why I bring up the
Yeah,
books of
yeah, but
Moses
the
and
but
things
the
like
thing
that.
but the thing is, a lot of these stories derived from Samaria, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's just so happened where the
Okay, to
Bible
African
says that
text.
Abraham is from.
Yeah,
You
you
know,
know,
Abraham is
because
from
you know
Samaria, and all
because the
these
book of
stories
Enoch
derive
is
from
basically
Samaria.
the Sumerian story of the two brothers who
Hold on.
got into
Yeah,
it,
one at a time. One
who
at a
got
time.
into
Go
a
ahead.
war, and that
Yes,
some of them fell off, came down, started teaching the humans and the people that they actually
correct,
created the secret. So that's why one brother got
correct,
mad and they started beefing and things like that. So
and
that's
that's
what that whole
and and,
story.
and that's and that's and that's Inky and Enlil.
Yeah,
You know,
Inky. Mm-hmm,
that's Inky and
Hold on.
Enlil.
Hold on.
mm-hmm.
All right, hold on, y'all. Go ahead, Vi. Let me
Bible,
let Vi jump
the
in
Bible
here. Vi.
wasn't nothing but stories from African. They took all the
Hold on, let
African
me go.
stories and made it into the Bible, bro. You just gotta read in between that and just see it and know your history, man.
Y'all heard him? You heard him, Jay?
I couldn't hear him very clearly.
Come up some more, Vi.
I said mostly the Bible. If people know, if you know your history, our history is mostly through that Bible. So if you know your history, our history is spread it out through that Bible. They just only thing they just did is take our history and put it in the Bible and just and mash it all around the Bible. If you know your history, our history is in that Bible.
I
But
would I would I would agree to a certain extent. Like we already know, the
Hold on,
further
what
you go
happened?
yeah,
back.
No,
that's what
run
I'm
me
saying.
back, run me back, run me back. What happened? What happened? What
Certain of
happened?
it is true. I'm not saying all of
Hold
our
on, hold on,
history is
hold on,
in the
hold on,
Bible.
hold on, Vi. Run me back. What was happening?
I'm
Starting
just
from the
saying.
top.
I
No, he
said
was talking about
I
stories in
meant
the
to
Bible.
say some of our history is in the Bible, but if you know our history, you could dictate what part of our history is in the Bible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would
So
I,
when you
I would
say in
agree
our
with that.
history,
Come on.
so because when you get deeper, because even when you get in deeper into the Sumerians, that's like the story of the Sumerians is actually that the Sumerians came from the planet Nibiru, the
Yes.
traveling planet. And when they came down, they actually created the
They
human
were
beings
anarchy.
that we see, that the white people and everything, and the Asians, and the first people that they created was the Asians and the Indians. That's why the Indians is the color they are, and they actually are the melanated people, and we are the carbonated people. Like nobody else have carbon DNA. That's why their skin color can't be the, like, you can see Indians, they're black, but they're not this type of black. So it's deeper. Like
They
that Sumerian
genotype they
story
genotype is the same, but they phenotype is different.
is different. Yeah, so that Sumerian story even gets deeper than even religion is actually, when you start getting into the Sumerian story of the planet Nibiru and them creating the human beings and things like that. So
Yeah,
it's
that's
like
talking about
we
the
are.
anarchies and all that.
Yeah, the anarchy, and we are actually the anarchy, and so it's like it gets totally farther and beyond religion, where people don't they start looking at it as fable and stuff like that. That's why they don't want to get into it, because it contradicts their science. You feel me?
I got y'all.
So
Yeah, y'all go ahead. Keep going.
yeah, so like you were saying, as far as historically with the Bible, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
I agree with you to a certain extent, you know, because any history, you know, is gonna denote black folks because we the original people, you know.
That's a fact. I know that's a fact.
And I think because, because us as a people, we never had nothing to hold on to. Whenever we actually come to a realization, I mean, and I was there too, you know what I'm saying? I went through everything, the black Hebrews, Christian, all that, you know what I'm saying? It gave me an identity, you know what I'm saying? For the first time in my life, I felt like I was something as a black man, so I get that part. But you can look in Australia, those black folks there too, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
India, like Chris just touched on, we black in there too. You know what I'm saying? So we are the original people, but the thing is, the narrative has just been mixed up and misconstrued for control, and that's just a fact. For control, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Because what people got to realize is you're typically going to gravitate towards what you are exposed to geographically. You know, so if you grew up in a Muslim country, you'll probably be a Muslim. You know, if you grew up thousands of years ago in Ireland or something like that, you was probably gonna be believing in Thor and Zeus. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. That's just real
Mm.
talk. You know,
A story,
so
and that
it's
story that they
pretty
took from
much.
Africa.
Hold on.
see,
You
the
got we got a
reason
I
why
question. He
couldn't hear
said,
you,
but the
Africa.
brother. I,
hold on.
huh?
He said, hold on, y'all. He got a question. He said, but the problem is there's still so much history lost and unknown. A lot of ancient city libraries was destroyed.
Yeah,
That's
and the
coming from
Correct.
reason why is because the Romans, like a lot of people don't understand what the Romans did. Like a lot of history lost because when the Romans took over cities, it became their story. It wasn't no
What
more their story. It was
that's
his.
that's yes, that's what his story comes from. But the thing is, like the thing is, people always like to say that history was lost. Why would you destroy valuable information? It wasn't
They like
destroyed. They
it
hid it.
wasn't lost. It's
They
just
hid it.
his.
They
They
hid
just
it. And we all know where it's at. It's in the Vatican.
yeah. It's in the
So
back.
so when you got the Pope got people kissing his feet, he in the bottom of the Vatican bowing down to the Black Madonna.
I was about to say that's the thing
yes.
that they don't understand, that y'all praying to a white God while they praying to a black God.
Look,
That's
there's
why
a
they treat you
religion.
black motherfuckers like the way they do, because they be so they not racist. They mad at you because the way that y'all treat yourselves. They like how these gods and these people that is so worth so much and that is so high, the act the way they act. So know what? We gonna treat them the way we treat them because we know who they really are. And that's the real reason behind racism, because they know who you truly are, because they the ones that pray to your ass every day. They taking your blessings and your all this shit. That's why they got cell phones and radios, because it's fucking up the wavelength that you're supposed to be receiving, the
And
intellectual things and things that you're supposed to be receiving from the universe. That's why it's fucking you up. That's why they keep you dumb, deaf, and blind with the music and the fashion and the movies and all this hip
exactly.
hop stupid shit, because they don't want you to know who you truly are and receive the true wavelengths that you're supposed to be. If you got 40 million people acting on the same accord like the Egyptians did, you think they moved them pyramids with their mind, because they always moving on the same accord. Them
It was it
Egyptians and
was
shit
it
like that.
was it was it was radio frequency. That's why they
Radio
can't figure
frequency.
out.
That's what the
They can't
Anunnaki
figure it out.
talk about. That's what they don't tell y'all about the Sumerians. That the
A
text
lot of
talk
it's
about
a quote
how they
down
talk
there.
about wavelengths and mind control and how to mind. If you got 100,000 people moving on the same thing, that's what the 144 come from. 144444 is a
Yes.
is
Yeah,
a is a is a
144,000.
it's is
Yes.
is a is a it's a transmission. It's not a number. It's a transmission. If you do 14444444444, that's a transmission. It's not a number. What they saying in the Bible that you need 144,000 people. No, it's actually a transmission that the Sumerians won off. That's how we came up with Morse code and shit like that because they go off 144444. Everything is controlled by the threes and fours. That could be a whole nother episode we could get into, but that's why everything is controlled by a box. That's why everything you walk through is controlled by four corners: a door, a window, a car. Everything is built off of the four corners. So that's just that's just real shit of the universe right there that
Yeah,
I'm giving
V, I
out.
had a question.
You
I mean,
know.
V, I had quote down there for you.
hmm
I'll put it up on the screen.
It's
I
all
oh,
this Osiris. What is that?
mhm.
Hold on, man.
I don't
Yeah,
know. I know about Osiris, the Egyptian god, Eye of
Back,
Osiris, but
back
but
now.
back what I was saying, like the
Hold on,
threes
hold
and
on.
the
It's coming
fours.
now.
I'm gonna answer them questions, but let me get back to the threes and the fours because that's everything we walk through is a four. It's controlled by four corners, a door. That's why when I be telling people stop believing in the flat earth because that's how they get in your trick because everything is controlled by four corners, east, west, north, and south. That's the four corners of the earth. That's the doors. That's the transmission. That's why everything we walk through is a square or a rectangle. And we could get into more in that. I don't know if you know too much about that or if y'all know too much about that, but I could explain more on that if y'all got anything y'all want to get into. But we can answer some of these questions.
I'm letting y'all. I'm
yeah,
moderating this one, bro. I told you I don't get into religious topics. I'll be
This
chilling on
not
the religion.
even that now. This not even a religious topic. This is just something
But,
dealing with the universes,
okay,
the
okay.
threes and fours, like culinary
yeah.
arts.
I
I could be a perfect culinary arts teacher because they deal with a lot of threes and fours because most of their things is in the 12 digits, dealing with pies and things like that. It's also like it's crazy. Math is broken down to a science of
I I I,
everything.
I
Hey,
say this on the topic of the flat Earth because I remember last episode you were saying about the North and the South Pole. It can't be a North or a South Pole if there's if we live on a flat plane. But on the same token, there's going to be a North and a South Pole regardless if we live on a globe or a flat plane because there's still going to be a North and a South. You know what I'm saying? If we
But
walking
where
on a
do you
flat
get the
plane,
east
there's
and
going to be.
do you get the east and the west? Because a
Hold on,
flat
hold on.
plane only
No,
travel
no. If
north and
if if
south.
if if we're still on a flat plane, there's still going to be a northwest, east, and a south. It don't matter if we on a globe, if we in on a sphere or a
But how
square.
can you get four oceans then?
I don't know how you can get four oceans, but you talking about the north and the south poles. We can still have north and south poles. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that's what I'm saying. That's all equal to the four oceans and things like that. What I'm saying, you in a flat plane, you can't get a because if you're going on the flat plane, that's mean you're going on a straight line, right? So get with
No,
me. Car traveling
no,
no,
in a straight
no. That's
line.
what I was trying to
no,
get at with him last episode. No, I don't believe
no.
that either.
That's not a straight line. Is one dimension.
Yeah, that's parallel. That's like
We
going
don't live
parallel.
Yeah,
in
Yeah,
we don't live in
parallel
one
is north
dimension.
and south. Parallel
We
is
don't
north and south.
we don't live in one dimension.
We
One
live in a three
dimension is just
dimensional. We live in a
That's
three
still going
dimensional
in one. That's
space.
still going in a
yes.
straight line though.
We live in a
North
three
and south
dimensional
still going in a
space.
straight line.
And the three dimensional space is what? Four corners, right? How you get 3D?
No, yeah. Three dimensional, yes, yes. That's
Is
how
how
you
you
get
get four
3D.
corners, right?
But yeah, correct. But you saying on a flat plane you can only go north and south or straight and back. That's not true. You
So
know what I'm
how
saying?
you going east and if you're going still east and west on a flat plane, that's still going straight, right? Because if I'm going
Yes,
this
it
side,
is.
I'm still
Yes.
going straight, right?
Yes. That's speaking
That's
in
what.
terms of like
So,
a that's speaking in terms of like an ant or something, because an ant can't really move like that.
and that's
That's
how
not
we. Hold on.
that's not how we move as humans though. You know, that's not how we
Hold on. Yeah,
move
hold on.
as humans.
If the
And
Earth
that's
is
what I'm
flat,
trying
how
to
the
get to you right there. We don't move as humans because we don't live on the flat earth. We don't move
No, no,
like
no, no,
that
no,
because
no,
our
no,
frequency.
no, no.
none,
What I'm trying.
hold on,
So
none
breaking
of us
down. Huh?
none of us
Huh?
don't know what the planet really looks like
Yeah, we
because
just giving opinions. We just giving
we're just giving
opinions. We just
Yeah.
giving
opinions.
opinions. Yeah, yeah.
I don't
I'm not
believe that
arguing with
we
y'all. I'm not saying he
live
wrong. I'm
on a
not saying
round
I'm wrong.
ball. Like I don't believe we all live just on a perfect round circle ball. I don't believe that as the Earth. I don't
What
believe the
I
Earth is
say, see
round
now let
circle
me
ball.
break. I say now when I say this, I say the land that we live on is flat. That's where I was trying to get the land that we live on the flat, but we are in the circumference. So we're on the
Okay.
flat land that's controlled by circumference, and
I
that's
I agree with that. I agree. It's
Yes.
and that's where I was trying to get back to science of to
Yes.
the greenhouse effect and things like that. That's why they know that we live on the flat plane that's controlled by circumference because the greenhouse effect, the carbon monoxide don't leave the earth, it just bounces back and forth. Your
why
things
is it bouncing back?
because the
That's right.
atmosphere, the
Okay.
What
atmosphere,
is the okay? What is the atmosphere
a
controlled by?
the magnetic core of the earth.
Okay, look, this is my thing with this whole, how we was talking about how last episode when we was talking about
Mhm.
globe earth and flat earth, and I brought up the firmament. You know what I'm saying? From my perspective, right? From my perspective, because we all got different perspectives, and there's a lot of different information out here to support every argument, right? From my perspective, in order for all of this to be what it has to be a firmament. That just makes sense for me. For there to be an atmosphere, it has to be enclosed. And then a lot of people will point towards gravity. Okay,
Mhm.
gravity is why we have an atmosphere, right? But
Back to
then
the earth,
whenever,
back to the core, the magnetic core, things
so,
like that.
but when you talk about gravity, it doesn't necessarily take an account of density or weight
No,
because
gravity, actually,
uh,
gravity breaking down the science, the breaking down the cores of the we got to get into science if we're going to talk about gravity. If we talking about science things, we got to get into science and talk
right.
about the actual factors and properties of gravity. Now
That's what
it's
I
not
wanted
nothing
to
to
get
be
into.
funny when we, because that's what I'm into, the black science shit, getting to black. If we're going to talk about gravity and science and things, now let's get to the properties of gravity. The only reason you get gravity is because you got a core. The sun pulls everything because it's the core of the sun. The earth pulls the moon because of the core, the magnetic
But it
core.
doesn't. But
The
it doesn't
magnet.
pull. But it doesn't pull
If
everything. That's what
but
I'm
that's the
getting at.
properties of gravity. That's what they say. That's what we got to go off. Now, if we
But
could, now we could get into the discussion of debunking their gravity. But
yes,
let's just go off of what they say what gravity is.
yes,
Gravity is
and
that
that's
everything is be pulling to the center of the earth because of the core of the earth. The magnetic pull of the earth is pulling everything back towards it. So
but
that's
we
why
can
when we jump, we going back down to the center of the earth.
but we can easily
That's just the
debunk that.
properties of
But but
gravity.
but
But
we
we
can
could go
easily
on and debunk that.
Hold
So
on.
you can go
Go
on.
ahead.
we
I'll
can
debunk that.
Let Jay
we
go.
can easily debunk that when we go outside and smoke.
Mhm.
When we go outside and smoke, that smoke ain't going down to the ground,
Yeah,
right?
thank you, Chief.
Because
Thank you,
because
Chief. Oxygen,
because
natural gases, gravity, and placement of the earth
yeah,
all play roles
the
according to science.
theory
That's all I'm
we
saying.
gotta
That's
be
just the theory
Let
of
we gotta
Jay
science.
be
respond. I gotta let Jay respond.
Oh,
Hold
my
on. Let
bad,
my
my
man.
bad.
we gotta be careful when we gotta be careful when we talking theories, theorems, and laws.
Mm-hmm.
Those are three different things.
Hmm.
So when we talking gravity, I hear what you're saying, and I understand what the sciences have put forth. But a lot of the things that they have put forth are theories. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? When we talking about E equals MC squared is a theory.
Theory.
You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? So
It's a
if
theory.
we talking about gravity, like you was just saying, I can't break it down. I ain't no scientist. I can't break it down like you just broke it down. But what I will tell you, like I just said, whenever we smoke and that smoke goes up in the air and it's not falling to the ground, that's a constant that gravity is not accounting for because it's not accounting for density. It's not accounting for density because gas is in this atmosphere as well.
So
So
you want to
why
hear my
isn't
theory on gravity? My
huh?
theory on gravity is not. This is just my theory on gravity. Because going on to what you're saying, to expand on to what you just said, my theory on gravity is gravity got to deal with a lot with water. So the more water you have, the more gravity you have. The less water you have, the less gravity you have. So
Yeah,
as you
but what
just
I'm
saying,
saying,
so as you
my
just
bad.
saying smoke. So just as you saying smoke goes up in the air, it has no water. So that's just my theory behind
That's
gravity.
what
So
G
you could
just
Right.
said.
continue. You could continue with that.
He just said
Yeah,
smoke
right. But
doesn't
what
have
I'm saying, what I'm saying is it's not accounting for density. It's just
Hmm.
it's not a constant. Like one plus one is two. Period. It ain't no outside factors that can control that. You know what I'm saying? Now
Hmm.
gravity, it comes. It comes to a point to where it's like, oh, why this smoke ain't falling to the ground? This
But
smoke is going into the
did
air.
you know the elemental tree?
What you mean? Expound on that.
Like the elemental tree. So smoke is actually not a element. So
I
smoke
mean, it's a gas. It's a mixture of gases.
is a compound. So it won't actually have a density to it at all. Like water is not an actually element. Like people get that mistaken. Well,
It's not an
water is
element. It's a
actually
mixture of. It's a mixture.
it's a
It's a mixture
compound.
of
It's a
elements.
compound.
Yeah.
Yes, of elements.
H is
So
H2O.
yes, H2O. So
Right.
what they saying with gravity is that every element we get is that we got in our bodies and everything comes from the sun. From the carbon, the metals, the zinc, the gold, and everything that comes from the sun. So the laws of gravity is never really been explained. They just say that the laws of gravity is that everything is being pulled to the center of the earth. Just like they get the laws of gravity from the laws of the sun. Everything is being pulled to the center of the sun. So that's actually where the laws of gravity, we got a magnetic field that everything is being pulled to the center of the earth. That's the laws of gravity, just to explain that more, which you don't what you just said that you can't break it down. But getting back to that, like smoke, that's a that's really an elementary argument. Not saying your argument is elementary, but smoke is not an actual argument for gravity because
No, no.
anything that light won't like that's like saying, but the paper is just as light as smoke, right? And that falls to the ground, doesn't it?
So what
That's
you're
what
saying,
he just said.
everything in our atmosphere is subject to gravity, correct?
Hmm.
Okay. So that means that any element is subject to
Except for
gravity as
smoke,
well.
because
Because it's
smoke.
dense, because it doesn't account
No,
for
no,
density.
no,
That's
because
what I'm saying.
smoke is a different thing. That's
It's
like
a
carbon
gas.
monoxide. It's a gas. Gas
Correct.
doesn't follow the laws of gravity.
That's what I'm saying. That was my whole point. That was my whole point. That's why I said one
All right,
plus
all
one
right,
is two, regardless.
all
It
right, all
don't
right,
mean it don't matter
all right.
about no outside factors.
All
The
right. I
the
just had to get
theory,
it to layman terms. My bad, my bad. So yeah,
the
smoke doesn't follow the laws of gravity.
that's my whole point. You know what I'm saying? It's not a constant. It's a
Hmm.
theory.
It's a
So
theory.
when we talking about constants, one plus one is two. That's a constant. There is no outside factors that affect it.
Hmm.
But when we talking about gravity, everything else falls in accord until it comes to gases. Oh, okay. Well, these things flies up. Hold on. So maybe it's a little bit more deeper than we can dig.
Yeah, yeah,
You know what I'm saying? That's
yeah.
all I'm getting at.
Yeah,
You know,
that's why I agree with you because like I said, I got a different theory of gravity. Also, like I said, I got a water theory with gravity. Like that's where I come into it when I say we got to do more expanding on it, and we got to get black scientists to take what they got and just expand on it because I think gravity has a lot to do with water. Like the less water you have, the less gravity. Smoke doesn't have no water at all in it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I wasn't disagreeing with you or trying to say you was wrong.
Nah, we building, bro. We building.
I just was listening to you and be like, damn,
Learning,
yeah, this nigga's on to something that I'm on to because my theory
learning
of
right
it
now. Yeah, that's why I said I'm gonna just
my
moderate
my
this one right now. I'm learning.
my theory is that the less water you have, the less gravity you have. You know, you things like that.
I would agree with that. With our bodies being 70, estimated 70 to 90% water, I could agree with that.
Mhm.
Hold on, let me see what my
The
boy
more
just
water
said.
you
Hold on.
got,
He
the more alkaline you are as well. My bad.
said even smoke is affected because it doesn't just sit in one place either. It's light enough to be carried away by natural air and wind. If you smoke in a room, soon enough the smoke will be to the floor. Yeah, yeah, that's if
You
you're in a
right
closed
about
room.
that, cheese.
Smoke a fucking
Damn, we
lot.
gotta bring
All right,
cheese in here because cheese another
all right.
science
I can
dude
tell
too,
you Cheese to get
man.
his ass in here because Cheese be on
Yeah.
that shit too.
But cheese, you right
He is
too. That
right
that's
about that. Like
and
straight
that's
about
another
that.
thing with the gravity too. Like if we smoke in the, that's when you hot box. If you hot box that bitch
That's what
up,
I'm
all
saying.
that smoke
You
gonna go
gotta
to
be
the
smoking
ground.
Oh,
a hell. You gotta
Everything
be
that
yeah.
smoking
goes
a
up
lot.
comes down. So yeah, cheese is right about that too. So can you explain that one
You
too?
gotta be smoking a fucking lot to be for the floor for the
Can you
smoke to go to
explain
the
that
floor.
one? Oh,
I ain't in
Yeah.
no science. I'm into Black
You
history,
talking to
man.
me?
oh, we can get back
Hold on.
into
Yo, hold on.
Black history because we got kind of.
Hold on 1 second. Now we gotta
I
wait for
took
that,
it
but
some
we
shit
still
though.
gotta bring up a conspiracy because we got a few minutes left. We gotta bring up a good conspiracy topic because that's one thing we were getting into last week. But this conversation that y'all guys are having tonight, man, I'm sitting back, I'm listening to my brothers, and I'm glad y'all having this conversation because I ain't doing nothing but learning from y'all motherfuckers. Word to mother. So I appreciate y'all having this conversation. Or I appreciate Hove coming in. Hey, yo, Chris, you
Yo,
already know, man.
all of y'all go get that
Mhm.
book I talk about and go read it, and we got build on that book, man.
What's the name of the
What
book again?
what
You gotta
what
put it
book?
out there.
I sent it. I sent it. Now, I'm about to
I
show it to
forgot.
y'all right now.
It's on Instagram. I forgot. Yeah, he gonna show it to us right now though.
Nah, this is healthy conversation, dude.
Yeah,
Like
this is
this is
healthy
Yeah, I love
conversation.
this
I'm
is
I
just
healthy
love
smiling
conversation.
because it's
I
good.
love
This
this.
conversation we need to have. You know, we all brothers, and we
And
gotta have
people
these
cool
intelligent
with us.
conversations. You know,
Everybody
It,
that's
to
staying
push
tuned
the
with us right
to
now,
push
yo,
the
put a
youth
check.
forward and everything. You
Y'all
know.
still out there. Let me know y'all checking in with us, man. Definitely,
Mhm.
man, because we need to have these conversations right here with the brothers. Let me see that book. Hold on, he about to put it up now. What he said, the black man of the now and his family.
Mhm.
Okay, okay, all right. I'm gonna go and check that out.
hey, what's that
Uh,
about, G?
Huh?
What that book is about, yeah.
It's about straight about Black history from the beginning to the end.
Can you expound on it a little bit?
Can I respond? How it's basically this saying from
Kelly, we
how.
might have to leave the conspiracy theories out tonight, man. I don't
All
know,
right,
man.
it's
Expound on
about
that. Expound on that.
Let's
it's
be
about
y'all guest.
our history, how it started. We not talking about how our history, like I said, when it shows you how the pyramids were built before the Bible, before Moses and them came around, before they said let us be
Overtime.
like. It show you it
Overtime.
break down the history from. You ever heard of Mathonio? Is Mathonio? What's his name? The one of them fucking Greeks, man. One of them Madanu is Manetho. How you pronounce that?
Not sure, but just
Would you
keep
say
going.
Etho.
Manetho? Magneto? Magneto?
Yeah, it's some,
Magneto?
well, basically, he was breaking it down.
Magneto?
He a Greek. He a Greek sign. He a Greek. One of them Greek motherfuckers that stole out. He ain't really steal our history because he broke it down from how the when with times from the time from when the pyramids were built and when which was 4,000 years before Moses came along. You know what I'm saying? Break down that. It break down um what else it break down? They break down how Alexander and Napoleon came and destroyed our history. They break down how the Shepherd Kings was the first ones that came to Africa. The Shepherd Kings, which is the Asians, and the Arabs are the first. They were the first ones to come to Africa. Africa, then enslave us and take over. It breaks down a lot of Black history. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up. But me, I'ma just say from from my studies, like that's cool. I mean, based on everything that they have found up until this point, they say
It's
that
written by a man that own. He got a this man own. He got a Black History museum after him in Harlem. So I would read
nah,
anything
that's
that
100. Nah,
anything
I'm
that
not trying to dispute that. I'm not trying to dispute that. We all got our own, historicity and all of that. But for me and my people, the earliest I mean I wasn't involved in no type of slave trade, you know what I'm saying? I was here, me and my people was here, you know what I'm saying?
That's what I
Before
say.
all,
I believe that we was already in America and shit.
yeah, before all of that happened,
they talk about that too, bro. How we was in America, how we was in all over before they
Yeah,
came.
we
They
was
say
exactly
all
we
about
was
yeah,
that.
I believe we was
yeah.
already in America.
They
Like the
say all
African
about that,
slave
bro.
trade is over exaggerated a lot.
Yeah, it wasn't. It's. I mean, it's a reason. It's a reason. It's a reason why a lot of it was indentured servitude. It's a
Hmm.
reason why they say that you have to buy your freedom, right? If you had to buy your freedom, that mean that you was getting money, right? So a lot of people got this narrative, and they try to perpetrate the narrative to make us feel less than that we was just hold on that we were just servants and we just had okay that we were just servants and we ain't really had no power like that. You feel me? But it was indentured servitude. We was getting paid. You know what I'm saying? It's the same reason why we work in the plant right now. The plantation, the plant, it's all the same thing. You feel me? We was getting paid and you had to buy your freedom, but they just changed the narrative in a manner for their benefit. You know what I'm saying? You always got to be careful
Yeah,
for the
but we
Daddy's here.
let me dive deep in that because we gotta get careful what we teach the people and how we perceive that indigenous servitude message because at one point it was, but then that shit turned into slavery. So
I agree with that.
let's make sure we get the timelines and everything correct when we say indigenous servitude from 1492 to 1620 it was indigenous servitude. From 1620 to 1865 that shit was slavery. So
Yeah,
let's make sure we get the timelines right. So that's why they don't talk about them 100 years from 1492 to 1620. So I agree with
All
you
that
on that,
shit,
brother.
all that
But
shit.
Yeah.
let's not fuck up the
I
timeline
no,
and preach a wrong message to people because I know exactly what you're talking about. But it was indigenous servitude up until 1620, and then
yeah.
after that, that shit was slavery.
I hear what you're saying, but I just disagree with
Because
that.
not not for everybody, not everybody could buy their freedom. I don't give a fuck how much cotton you pick.
No, no. Everybody couldn't buy their freedom. But the narrative that they telling you that you got to understand, bro. Like why you think most of the time when you hear about natives or indigenous people, they don't have no type of documentation for people like us. The only people that you see that they have coming
No,
over
that's what I
here,
said. I agree with you with that. That the only people
yeah.
they got
So
documentation is the white motherfuckers like the
I'm saying
Irelands
right.
and
I'm
the
saying that
Italians and shit
I'm
like
saying
that.
that right. I'm saying that to say that we outnumber them.
Hmm.
I'm saying that to say that it will be very hard for them to take over a militant group of people because you know how we are.
Hmm.
We're very loving and all of that other type stuff, but at the same time, we're very militant. I'm not saying
But
that it
that's what
didn't
I
happen.
said.
I'm not
Let's
saying that
break
none
it
of that
down to
stuff didn't happen.
context. That's why I broke down like you probably wasn't in the earlier episodes when I broke down where like Christopher Columbus came over with a Muslim because he knew the people over here was Arabic speaking people, that was the Moors, the black people that was already over here. So on his ship he had a Muslim to communicate with people and shit. That's why I said
Well,
it's a lot of things with context and that I
they
broke down in earlier
they had
episodes that
they
people
had
probably
Moors
didn't hear.
they had Moors already over there in Europe. Them Moors
Mm-hmm.
Wars was running by the time
ruling
they was
Europe and
running.
Spain and all of that for a long time. You know what I'm saying?
They
But
ran
I'm
Europe. They
just
ran Spain for 700 years.
yeah. So I'm just saying I'm not saying that none of that stuff didn't happen. I'm not saying that. It did
Mm-hmm.
happen. I'm just saying it wasn't in the way that they depicted.
All
It
right.
wasn't in the way that they depicted
Yeah,
because
they went
if
over
that
there
was the
talking
Nah,
case,
about
that's
all
the
they
only
had.
reason why I'm saying that is because that's what they trying to preach with this new school system shit and politics of the Nelly, of the how they trying to not make white kids feel bad. They trying to say that's why I'm trying to not trying to make that shit, not trying to
Great
say,
say.
we not trying to say that shit wasn't slavery
I
because
no,
it
I
was
got you. I
slavery.
got you. I
Because
got you.
that's what
Can't
these
say
white
that
people is
because
trying to preach
that's what
now.
they trying to
I
That's
preach
got you.
today. Yeah,
I got you.
hmm
I got
that's
you.
what
That's
they.
more of a grown that's more of a grown folk type of conversation. I'm not
Mhm.
saying that it didn't happen because it definitely happened. But I'm just speaking in the terms of when we was in power, we was doing our goddamn thing.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Before they teamed up with the Indians, like people don't understand. That's why they call them American Indians because they was over here, but they wasn't over here in the numbers we was. So they teamed up with the niggas that was less, that didn't have the power, and they started taking over shit from us. And that's how we became slaves and indentured servants and shit like that and all that. Because that shit go deep, man. We can have a whole special episode on that shit. Of
Yeah,
the history of America and all that because we got
definitely
like
wrong. Whenever
because
y'all
the
ready.
slave because the slave trade, I don't believe the African slave. I believe they got a few people from Africa, but the
yeah.
logistics of it, they said fuck that. We got to deal with the black
All right.
because Jamaica, the Bahamas, when the Bahamas name when the Bahamas ever had white people, or Jamaica or Haiti
Now,
or shit like that,
hold on,
Like
countries
Chris.
white
like
people
that.
been in Jamaica, bro.
Hmm?
They've been
White people
hold on
been
for
in
1 second
Jamaica,
before
bro.
we get too far
I ain't
along,
gonna.
y'all. Go ahead, V. I finish up.
I ain't know none of the white people been in Jamaica, bro. Well, after they were bringing slaves over there from all of them Caribbean they were bringing slaves from Africa to all them Caribbean countries. Why you think
That
But
was
Brazil
later.
and
before that, it
That
was
was
black
that
people
was
already
later.
over there. That's what
That
I'm
was
saying.
later.
It was black people already over there, man.
yeah, and they came over there and took over and they came over there and took over.
All right, we
Once
got
they
about
and they started and they once they started fornicating with us, it was over.
Hey, y'all let the moderator speak, yo.
Man, get
we got
into your
about
conspiracy
we got
theory,
about
man.
15 minutes left. That's what I'm about to get into this shit right now. But yo, that was a great conversation with the fellas, though, man. Y'all did take, yeah, you're right about that. That shit was about a good 45 minutes, but I love it. I love the dialogue. I love the people who stayed around with us, man, and all that. I appreciate the viewers out there and all that shit, definitely, y'all. But yo, I was just sitting back listening to my brothers, man. This is what you do when you don't know about a certain situation, you sit back and you listen and you take in this knowledge from the brothers and shit, man. I appreciate y'all for that conversation. Definitely on here, man. It's gonna get better, man. Black and talkative, man. Definitely, I appreciate y'all fellas. Yeah, for the
Man.
last one though, but they was getting into we were getting into it last week before we got up out of here, like a conspiracy that people talk about today. Like anybody got any one of those out there?
The Earth is flat. Nah, I'm joking. I mean,
Yeah, we did that. We
I'm
did
trying to,
that
I'm trying to,
already.
I'm trying to, I'm trying to mess with Chris real quick.
Aliens built the
We,
pyramids.
I'm
we
trying to
did
mess
that
with,
already.
Aliens built the
trying to mess
pyramid.
with.
I
Yeah,
ain't
Yeah.
gonna.
aliens built the pyramids.
Huh? Huh?
They say aliens built the pyramids.
Look, I will say
Ancient
this. I,
Africans.
I will
They
say
say
this.
ancient aliens, ancient Africans built them shits.
Look, I will say this.
So the Anarchies built them.
Look, y'all. I will say this. It's crazy that you got on all these different continents, right?
You
You
got
got it
pyramids.
in. You got it in China. You got it in Africa. You got it in
Mexico,
South America.
Mexico,
They all Mexico.
Chile,
They all got these stories
Peru.
about these people coming down from the heavens and they worshiping them as gods. Now, this is well before
I
the
believe in
invention of
aliens, but I don't
airplanes.
believe they built the pyramids.
Huh?
I believe in aliens, but I don't believe they built the pyramids.
I'm not saying that they did. I'm just saying that it's very fun. I'm getting at the extraterrestrial type deal.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Just period. You know, because then you know some people don't believe in them. Some people think that they're fallen angels. When I don't understand why fallen angels would need a physical body, but that's a whole nother conversation. But
Yeah.
That
you got all these people all across the world saying the same thing, the same story. Before the invention of airplanes, before the invention of internet, but they all saying the same thing. So do we just deny it? Do we just let it go and make it seem like it ain't what it is? Like these people ain't say that? Because this the same people that gave us the timeline that we live on right now. You know what I'm saying? This the same people that gave us this calendar that we live on right now. It's the same people that gave us all of these celestial events, all the solstices and equinoxes that they didn't put thousands of years ago that we go by, that we didn't verify thousands of years later with modern technology,
Mhm.
but we don't want to listen to what they said back then. You know what I'm saying? It
Is
got to
it
be
that?
some
Is
validity
it
to
that?
what they said.
Is it that
Hold
we
on,
don't
man.
listen, or they listen and we don't listen? Get what I said? Is that we don't listen? Is that they listen and we don't listen? One more time. Is it that we don't listen? Is that they listen and
All
we
right,
don't?
Dr. Umar. You got that shit from your book.
You gotta say it 3 times, man, for them to get it, right?
What do you want? What do you
But
want?
basically, is that
No,
they
it's
listen and they know what the fuck is going on. They just tell
no.
us different things, man.
We don't listen as a collective, not the people
I
But
at
was
the
about to
listen,
top.
say
man.
that.
We as a
I was
They
about
collective
put
to
don't
say that.
certain,
listen.
Yeah,
they
we
don't
just
put
don't
certain
let.
shit
We
in
don't
movies.
listen as a
They don't put
and
certain shit in movies for nothing.
yeah, and then you got the ones who do listen. They thinking we all of us is out
Hold
of
on.
our fucking minds and shit.
Hold
So
on.
Mhm.
Yes.
it's not enough of us. It's not enough of us that thinks outside of the box. Everybody else go with whatever they telling them today.
There's no way in hell, man. It's we the only fucking living creatures, man, on these fucking. There's no way, bro. That's how I see it, bro. There's no way in hell,
Yeah,
bro.
I don't.
Man,
I don't believe we the only species living out here. Hell no. I believe it's other species. They don't make these movies and do all these things for no reason. Like it's other shit
I just said
out here.
that shit. That's a fact.
This universe is very
man,
big,
What
man.
y'all
Look,
think
all you
about the
gotta do
JFK conspiracy, man?
if
man.
all you gotta do, bro, if you go outside and pick up a handful of soil, that's a whole world in your hand.
Mm-hmm.
You realize that you are God to your dog, right?
Yeah.
You are God to your dog. That dog don't know nothing else but unless what you teach him and what you show him and what you
Mhm.
That,
program it to do.
that's it.
That's just real. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? People got to wake the hell up. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot going
Yeah.
on because living in this physical form, we are very limited. We're
Mm-hmm.
very limited in this physical form that we live in.
Yeah.
There are certain frequencies that our ears can't even register.
Yeah, that's what I be trying to preach. Like that's why they hit you with all the hip hop music and all that dumb shit and everything like that to block you out from the frequencies that you need to really be hearing and shit
And
like
those
that.
frequencies, that stuff is real. They have what they call it, like frequency hearing. I forgot exactly what it's called.
Mhm.
Frequency healing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that stuff is real. Like it's certain frequencies that we can't hear. There's certain light waves that's too fast for our eyes to perceive. That's why they call it the visible light spectrum. And they
Hmm.
say that you can only perceive 1% of the visible light spectrum.
Like we don't even see 99. Like we don't even use 90% of our brains. Like if we,
That's
like
what they
that's what
say.
I'm saying. If we was all on the same accord, if you had a million people moving on the same frequency on the same mind frame, you could get some shit done.
Nigga,
You
we
know.
gonna be X-Men.
Yes.
That's
Mhm.
a fact. Man. Use
Mhm.
We're gonna be
90% of your
X-Men.
brain so we be yeah,
You
that's
know
a
what I'm saying?
fact.
We're gonna be
Imagine you
Lucy.
could use 90% of your brain, bro.
Yeah. Now they estimate that it's like 97% junk DNA. Well, that's a damn lie. You know what I'm
Yeah, that's
saying?
right.
Junk DNA. Like that's like a cheetah that can't run fast.
Hold
And
on,
that's
it
how
said
we
cheese.
operate.
If ghosts are real and they just happen to be around you all the time, it
Yeah.
would be. Hell yeah, it would be. That would be awkward if ghosts is real and they're around you just all the time and shit. I believe, like, I watched a lot of them shows back in the day, cheese. So I believe all that shit is real. That's why I don't play with none of that shit in the crib. Don't bring no boards to my house. Don't bring no games. Don't bring none of that shit in here. Any of those type of spiritual shit. Don't bring none of that shit in my house. You bring that shit in my house, I might shoot you. Like I don't play with none of that bullshit.
I should do that. We should do that stupid shit when we was young, bro. I ain't gonna front. We should do seance and all that shit in our
I
crib.
don't play with none of that shit in the crib. I don't play with none of that at all. Y'all
Oh,
real.
let's I'm gonna close it
Yeah,
out with how
I'm definitely
fellas, how did you feel about your ladies, man? How did you love the ladies? How did we could close it out for the ladies, man?
close it out
Yeah,
like that. We can
man.
close it out for the ladies. Shit, I like y'all could go ahead and start over. I could close it
Nah,
out
let me
because
stop. Let me stop saying that.
huh?
I said, let me stop saying that.
Stop
Right.
saying what? What you say? What you done said, man? You gotta show love to the ladies out there. You know how we do on the show, man. We show love to the ladies out there too, man. So you know,
I love
if
the woman. You know, we love the woman out here,
of
man.
course we gotta show love to the
We all
ladies.
got our special lady, but we love the rest of the ladies.
It's crazy. Trying to
Chris is crazy
trying
as
to put
hell.
niggas in a doghouse, man.
I ain't trying to get in no doghouse.
I
You
told you to put other
know.
niggas in the doghouse.
You
Talking
want
about
to talk
niggas love
about
the
them more
other
for the
lady.
ladies, Chris? Then you could
You love the
close it
other
out. What
lady.
No, I'm not saying it like that. I'm saying I'm saying we got our special woman. Fuck. Y'all trying to put me in a doghouse. What the hell?
I
Fuck.
I'll say
trying to
this.
get some
I'll
clarity on
say
that
this.
shit. We ain't trying to put them in the doghouse, brother.
I don't need to be sleeping on the couch. Hell
I'll
no.
say
Go ahead, Jay.
Yeah, I'll say this. I'm not gonna speak on ladies in general, but I'll just speak in relationships in general. What I'll say, you know, for people, if you in a relationship or looking to get in a relationship or whatever, go for somebody that, a lot of time we look at potential. Okay, I can see this person growing into this person, or they got these qualities, or maybe they may be this. Screw that. You know what I'm saying? Go with somebody that you'll be happy if they never grow. You know what I'm saying? If they never grow and they the same that's the person and you can love that person that will never grow, be with that person.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Because we go off potential way too many times.
Yes. Thank you.
You know,
Yeah,
let that
about
let
that.
that because it took me a while to understand that it's unfair to that person that you're trying to be with to have an expectation upon them
That
to
they
make you
never
happy.
gonna reach. That they never
Yeah.
gonna reach. You feel
To
me?
make you happy. I want you to do this for me in order for you to make me happy. That's not fair to them because that may not necessarily be what they want. You know what I'm saying? That may not necessarily be what they want.
Mm-hmm.
I smoke. So if I get with a female and she like, well, I don't necessarily want you to smoke. Well, that's what I do. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
Yeah,
And if
you
I
gotta
and
accept
if I try to change that for her instead of trying to change that for me, it's only go backfire at some point because I'm not doing it
that.
for myself. I'm doing it for you.
That's
Yeah.
You know
right.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
You
what I
only
would
make it
say,
for yourself.
First argument. I'm gonna blow it
yeah,
right down.
yeah. So what I would say is be with somebody that you are comfortable. If they are the same as they are, they never grow. Be with that person if you can love them, and don't expect somebody to be somebody who they ain't just to please you, just to make you happy. Don't do that. That's unfair to them.
Yeah, yeah, that shit is not gonna work. That's why I tell see me. That's why I tell people all the time. Me speaking from my experience, I've been with the same lady for 15 years. So it's like that shit is not easy. I tell people all the time, like it's never easy to be with somebody that long. You still got to learn people for over those years. Like so, after 15 years, like I'm still learning every day and all that. It took me, like, I ain't gonna lie, out of 15 years, like I don't even know, like sometime how she even had the fucking patience. So when I sit back and think 15 years later, I'm like, this is a person for me. Like she really loved me, man. Like she put up with a lot of bullshit, a lot of like, cause when me and her got together, I was 21. Like we was 21 years old. Like those are still like kids. Like you just stepping into like real life and shit. So at that age, I never would have thought we would be here 15 years later and shit. But like to wake up next to that person after all this time, like that shit feels good. After all those disagreements and arguments that we could have, like I would sacrifice that shit any day to be with this one right here. Like this is a person that I found, and she's a very very great lady.
That sounds like y'all got a lot of commonality, and that's a
And I
lot. And
just want to say, I
that's another
found my
thing.
person.
Yeah, I know you did. I know you did.
I
And
found
and
my
and and,
person.
that, and that's the thing. That's the thing. Having commonality. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because
Because
let's say
let's
at the
say
end of the day, like a lot of time, you know what I'm saying. Sometimes you may want a break from your woman. Like and a woman may need a break from a dude. But let's say when y'all retire, ain't no breaks. Y'all sitting around the house. Can I really kick it with you? Can I vibe with you when we ain't got nothing to do with just me and you all day? Are we really friends? Do
Yeah,
we vibe on the same type of stuff? Do we have the same type of conversation, the interests? You know, and that's what a lot of people got to think about when it comes to that. Because when you're talking about marriage, I mean, the vows is life or death, do us part.
that's it.
You know
That's
what
how
I'm
you
saying?
got to do it. That's it,
That's
brother. Hell yeah,
that's some
how you
strong
got to do it.
vows.
That's a strong bond. That's what I'm saying. Definitely.
Mhm. Damn, man,
Hell
my
yeah.
shit always cut off when somebody go. But
Now
yeah,
you
man,
good?
that's what I said. I found my person, man, and I'm happy, man. You see the smile on my face, brother. Like,
Good
This
right
nigga,
there. Good,
this
brother.
nigga
That's
here.
good
That's
though.
what's up.
I-
Yeah,
you
that's
know,
what's
that's
up.
that's what's up though, man. That's what's up right there, man. Like what I mean, but we definitely got to give a shout out to those ladies like that out there, man. And
mhm,
when you looking for that right person, make sure they not trying to get, like, they trying to have these high expectations of you and they can't
mhm.
even meet those qualifications. Like you can't, like, don't get kind of chicks out here who be wanting motherfuckers that have their whole life together and they making six figures and they got all. Listen, ma, how much money do you have?
Mhm.
Because in this day and age, we gonna need a motherfucking two-party system to survive out here. So it's not gonna just be all me. Like we
Mhm.
It's
definitely, we definitely need, we definitely need a damn two-party system.
it's hard nowadays, bro. Like it's hard nowadays. Not even necessarily because the thing is, I got the money, but it's
Mhm.
like, is it worth? Is it worth me providing and taking care of you?
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Is it even worth it? You know, because a lot of these expectations are outrageous. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
definitely.
I'm not trying to down the women or nothing like that because I understand like women should be hypergamous. Like you should be.
Oh,
You should want a person to protect and provide for you. You
Mhm.
should.
that's right. That's right.
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like, you gotta wean it. You really gotta really look at it for what it is. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Because a man, we ain't got no problem with a chick that work at McDonald's.
Nah.
Oh, not
You
at
know what
all.
I'm saying?
Not at
I'm
Not
all.
if you got some, you know what I'm saying, you got something
All
shaking,
I'm
you got
thinking
something
about
shaking.
is I could get some free lunch, man. Fuck that.
Right, you know what I'm saying, right? This gonna
gotta
feed
get
me for the
you
week.
hell,
If
something
you got
on.
something shaking, we can work towards it. But if
Mhm.
you as a man is in that predicament, you don't even have a shot. You ain't even got a
You ain't got a
chance.
chance, and you're like,
It's 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 it's,
and that's
it's
the
no
fucked
chance.
up thing. Like you busting your ass. You probably taking care of all your bills working at McDonald's and shit, but she looking at you like you like this nigga working, man. Like it's crazy for us dudes out here. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That shit is crazy, man, for real.
And that's
But
why
yeah,
I just said I'm glad I found my person, and you know I'm happy with the one I'm with, man. And I wouldn't change it for the world. And you guys, you just gotta find your person, you know. And you gotta find the people that you know is all the time. You know, we look for the wrong things. We look for the bad bitches and everything, and we looking for the wrong things, and we chasing, and we find ourselves up in a fucked up position more than we was before we even got with that chick because we was trying to do things to satisfy her, you know. So now you spending all the bread that you had or that you thought you
it's
was having instead of getting with a chick that's trying to help you save your bread and shit like that. It takes
it's
place.
it's it's on the men and the women, because
Hmm.
us as men, we look for the wrong things,
Yeah.
and the
And
women, they look for the wrong things as well. You
hmm
know what I'm saying? We all look for the wrong things because we was all taught wrong.
like I
Because
said, it's a
that's
infatuated thing. Like they see what you got on the outside and not really know what you is on the inside and everything like
yeah,
that.
as far as the men, we may have the money and all of that, and we look good all on the outside because we got the bread, but that don't necessarily mean that we healed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The same thing with the women. They may look good on the outside. They take 2 hours to put their makeup on and all of that other stuff, but is the inside healed? You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So we both, it's on both of us.
Yeah.
So the onus is just trying to find a person who really, because a lot of people always say, "Yeah, I'm trying to work on myself," but are
yeah,
you really trying to work on yourself?
Yeah.
Are you really? What's the
Are you
tangible
really?
evidence that you're
Yeah.
doing that?
Yeah. What's
You
what's
know,
what's the main cause of you working
no
on
wrong. We're
yourself?
not bringing back
Because
none of those, Ron. Hell no.
you got 10 niggas. Because you got 10 niggas, that don't mean you working on yourself. Or you
Yep.
got
yeah.
10 hoes, that don't mean you working on yourself, brother. Like so, you know what I mean?
And I'm sorry
Not
that
at
it's a double stand. It's a double standard, and and that's just what it is. Like, you
Mhm.
can't, as a woman, and you saying you got 10 niggas. A man shouldn't have 10 niggas either. That ain't what I'm saying. But I'm saying you should just that's too much work. That's a lot
that's
of work.
that's nasty
you
work.
already.
That's
That's
yeah.
too.
That's
That's
that's that's too much
well,
work.
hell yeah. Yo,
You
let me
know.
let me reset it real quick so we can get up out of here, man. I know we went over a little bit of time tonight, but we had some great conversations tonight, man. Hey, yo, Jay, I appreciate you for checking in with us, homie. Definitely, man. You welcome back anytime on here, brother. You already
For
know
sure.
we back again
You already
Wednesday,
know. Man.
9:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central, 6:30 Pacific time. We back here again for episode. What we gonna be at now? Number 17?
17,
Yeah,
17.
number 17. Hey, yo, I ain't even gonna lie. I got some fly ass black shirt whenever we reach. Well, we are gonna reach there. When we reach number 50, I got this fly ass black. Watch how I come out on the motherfucking show for number 50, nigga. I'm about to turn
And
this bitch
man,
up. But
what
definitely though,
welcome
So
our
appreciate
new
so so
cast member. Welcome
so
our
I
new
need to
cast member, Jay, man. Jay
so I
Thank you,
need
Hardy.
to
Jay.
see so I need to send my address or what?
Huh?
I need
For the number 50,
I need to send my address for my shirt or what?
he said, hold
Yeah,
on,
you
bring it.
already know, man.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yo, yeah. Hey yo, I'm
Yeah,
gonna show. Hey yo, matter of fact, bring the shirt for me, Tosh. Bring the shirt. Let me show y'all the shirt for number 50. Bring the shirt real quick, Tosh. Hell yeah, though. I'm gonna show y'all what we gonna be rocking for number 50 out this month. Cause it's gonna be a big celebration. I'm telling you, man. The conversations that we have on here, night in and night out. I'm telling y'all, man. Just 6 months from now, man, when we get the number 50, we gonna be a big ass celebration on Black and Talkative, man. With the help of everybody out there, with the help, of especially with people like Jay checking in with us, people like Tosh out there, people like Cheese, Vi. Like long as all of y'all keep checking with us, man, I'm telling you, this shit gonna be special, man. Definitely. You want to wear a suit for episode? Shut up! I ain't wearing no damn suit. Bring me the shirt. Come on, I'm trying to wrap it up, man. Bring me the shirt real
Yeah, let
quick.
me show my shirt one more time. You know, that's
Let my boy show a shirt one more time. One more time. Forever up. Y'all niggas check that shit out, man. Check it out. Come on, man, please. Mm. Hell yeah. She don't want me to bring me the shirt, man. She don't want to show y'all for number 50, but we gonna be rocking out though, definitely
All
though,
right,
man.
bro. Yeah, we gonna save it for
Oh,
50,
there she go
man.
right here. There she go right
Hey,
here. She
Nah,
right
we
now.
gonna save it for 50. We gonna save it for 50. Keep
All
it.
right,
Keep it. We
she
don't
got
need to
it. There
see
she
it.
go right
We
here.
don't need to see it. We don't need to see it.
Nah,
We
y'all
don't
need
need
to
to
see
see it.
that, nigga. Look, this is what we doing for number 50 right here, nigga. I'm telling you right here. Watch how we step out for number 50, and that shit, I'm gonna get it custom made, black and talkative, holding the mic on that motherfucker. But watch for number 50, y'all. I'm telling y'all. Y'all see this shit out here, nigga, number 50? This shit
hey,
gonna be real, nigga.
hey,
You know how we
that
do,
look like
baby.
Prince, bro. That look like Prince.
I'm gonna have to do it, man. I'm gonna have to
That
little
look like
pointy
Prince,
shoes and
bro.
everything
Hey, you
on
gonna
it.
have to do a 2-step, a 5-step. That's hey, let me get the other shirt. Let me get the shirt that Chris got. I'm gonna let you rock that one, bro.
Stand, you
I'm gonna
know how
send you
we
the
do it,
address,
man.
bro.
Stand for something or fight for nothing, man. Black and
I already
talkative.
know, yo, man. I love y'all guys, man. Glad y'all niggas checked in with us tonight, man. Appreciate y'all for real. Black and talkative, episode 16, man. We about to get up out of here, man. See y'all guys again Wednesday night again, 9:30 p.m. Eastern time, 8:30 Central, 6:30 Pacific. Black and talkative, y'all. We out of here.
We out of
Salute.
here.
All
Salute.
right.